This is Rock for Drops. I never took Rock for Drops. Guys, yeah, this is Rock for Drops. I never took Rock for Drops. I never took guys. This is Rock for Drops. I never took Rock for Drops. Guys, this is Rock for Drops. I never took Rock for Drops. I never took Rock for Drops.
Wheels spin on the ground. Sky dark rolls a sound. Echo in the heart's core. Ride like never before. Pedals screaming, wind howl. Freedom rushes through the soul. Chase the night, break the dawn. Never stop, keep rolling on.
Yo, dudes, good morning. Dudes, yeah, a little bit late this morning. I think I slept till after 5 a.m. this morning, so I'm a little groggy. Just couldn't get my butt in gear this morning, dudes. But here we are, guys. A couple last little tweaks here, and we are set for the day. Boys, what are we doing? Okay, guys, here we go. I'm just going to jump back to the homepage for now. We do have Tirreno-Adriatico starting, well, it's running right now, stage 2. My plan was to jump in right about now. I think I just did my timing wrong. I wanted to jump in right before the flats finished here. We look at Tirreno-Adriatico. Yeah, this is about right. I probably would have wanted to start a little bit later today. What's throwing me off right now is just that with our daylight savings here, I've gained an hour back on CET. Was 8 hours. Now it's 7 hours. I think in a couple weeks it's going to flip back the other way. Back to 8 hours difference. So I got to get that all figured out in my brain. At the moment in Tirreno-Adriatico, the 61st running of it, we are going from Camior to San Gimignano, 206 kilometers. We got Manuel Torozzi, Juan Bu, Alessandro Iacci, I'm not sure how you say that guy's name, and Diego Pablo Sevilla here, who rides for Team Polti Visit Malta. Take a look at that dude quickly there. What else is going on in the world of cycling today, dudes? And good morning, everyone. I just saw a lot of 709ers. What does that say? Is the intro light pipe 5x5? Yeah, dudes, I saw a lot of comments. I'm going to have trouble catching up with all those. I just got to jump in now and just go. I'm only on my second coffee. So we have Paris-Nice coming up shortly, guys. That starts in... It's 23.5 kilometer team time trial. Starts in about an hour and 40 minutes with Team Picnic, Post, and L going out. Speaking of that, I just saw a nice little article about Max Poole talking about, we discussed him yesterday, and basically probably the best looking rider on that team for GEC. That team's going to struggle this year, I think. It was an article all about him trying to get into the top 10, which, you know, I'm sure he has the talent. Does he have the team behind him? So on screen right now, I do have Tirreno-Adriatico, 98.6 kilometers to go here. Coming up to Pomerantz, we have a 9.7 kilometer climb at 3.3% gradients. Not really sure what that climb looks like itself. Looks like it's quite stair-steppy. If I look at this correctly, the climb ends at about kilometer 148, probably starting at 138. Something like that. Climb, downhill. Stair-steppy, climb, downhill. That's really going to throw the average down. I think that climb is going to be a lot harder than what it looks like. Alpecin Premier Tech on the front, Team Visma bike, and Bahrain Victorious looking smart at the front here right now. At least 3 to 4 riders there for Bahrain Victorious. And then we see Polti Visit Malta. They're up to something today, probably because they have a rider in the break. Right now, they've got 3-4 riders up here as well. And UAE present. Hanging out. 30K to the intermediate street at Pomerantz. Over on VeloGames right now, guys. This is my Paris-Nice team. I'm actually doing okay here. Still doing okay, guys. So back on Paris-Nice. Luckily, I had a sprinter stage yesterday. I got a few points yesterday in yesterday's stage. How do I figure this all out? I think this is the overall itself. after today. Well, it's team time trial day. I might do okay today with McNulty maybe. And some of the other riders here. But after this, I'm going to start falling apart in that one. And in Tirreno-Adriatico, it wants me to log in again. Okay, we're logging in. And we can look at the league here. Let's see how the team standings here. Yeah, I don't even know where I am here. Visit my team. Yeah, see here you can see I'm 1,066 out of 3,276. In the other league, I'm 5th place overall with my team of all sprinters. Let's get into the chat here, guys. Good morning, everyone. Aaron's right. 20 more kilometers of phase 1 in Tirreno. Exactly, dude. This is why I was trying to jump on a little bit. I wanted to jump on like right at the end of that flat section there around kilometer 120. But just trying to figure out these start times. This started at 11 o'clock in the morning. That's 4 a.m. my time. Is it? Yeah. So they've been going for over 2 hours. 2 hours and 33. Oh, yeah, because I guess I did start kind of late today, too, didn't I? At 6:32 in the morning here right now. So, yeah, today, guys, melt's coming. All that snow's going to go again. Although I saw just another snowfall warning for the foothills near Calgary. 20 to 50 centimeters. Thankfully, nowhere near me. Giulio Ciccone on screen right now. 31st in the standings at the moment. This lead out truck rider. And I was going to take a look at the start list here because I've already got his name on my brain. Okay, so Max Poole is over at Paris-Nice. So we'll take a look at him in a bit at the team time trial. Because I know we discussed him yesterday. Man, I'm freezing in here right now. Yeah, so phase 1 will be over here probably once the climb start. Now, there is a 2-minute gap. They will be pulling these riders back on that big climb. When you look at it, climbing starts around kilometer 124, and it's going to continue right up to kilometer 147, something like that. So yeah, the melt's on. Got a few things to do around here today. I do have to do one amendment for my house sale that I did. Just a quick document I got to do, but I got to get it all signed up again today. And I got to ship out a bunch more eBay sales, just clearing out all my old junk here. Yeah, Dawn, it's starting. Rock on, Shaka Khan. Eddie's here as well. Manuel Torozzi and Jean Abou raced at La Tour of Langkawi. Aaron, hilarious that you asked me that. I was checking out the Iditarod this morning. I did have it up. Let's see how quickly it shows up here. IDIT. There you can see I just searched it this morning. And so here is the last great race on earth, as they call it. Here is the race center for the Iditarod. They do want you to pay to be a subscriber, but you can go to the race center here, and you can look at the checkpoints. So obviously the race starts in Anchorage. They have changed a few things up, like this Campbell airstrip. I don't remember that, but Willow, Yentna, Squentna, Finger Lake, Rainy Pass, Roan, Nikolai, McGrath, Takotna, Ophir, Cripple. All these are the exact same checkpoints for when I used to follow the race all the time. You don't see Iditarod here because there is an actual place called Iditarod. It is on the trail, but every alternating years they go a north route, and the other year they go the south route. So they follow the same trail and they just divert like that. Race center. What I was disappointed to see, there's not many mushers this year at the race. If you look at the mushers profiles, I think I've counted, that would be 32, 37 mushers. In its heyday, the Iditarod would pull in 80, 85, 90 mushers. Now, it's very expensive. There's very little money. It's cool to see some of the mushers. Here's Ryan Reddington. I think this is, God, I forget his name. Joe Reddington's, that must be his grandson or something. Michelle Phillips, she's from the Yukon. She's a Canadian. I've been at races with her in Saskatchewan. Never raced against her, just been at the same race. Here's the Mackeys, Brenda Mackey, Jason Mackey. You probably all heard of Lance Mackey. I think he was a 5-time winner of the Iditarod. He's passed away now. He had throat cancer. But some of these names, Travis Beals, Beatty. Oh, this is cool. Roan Boozer. Wow, he's racing. Wow, he looks just like his dad. So Roan Boozer's 36 years old. His dad is Martin Boozer. Martin Boozer is a Swiss dude who emigrated to Alaska. And I think he won like 3 or 4 Iditarods. So really cool to see him there. I was looking for more of a map view. So right now, dudes, they are, let's just take a look at the standings. Yeah, they're only, it's over on the side here. They're only a day and 14 hours into the race. Remember, it's a non-stop clock. It's always running. Fastest mushers can finish just under 9 days. So they've got a ways to go. And you can see here what they do is they have like the current checkpoint they're in at. Let's take a name I know. Ryan Reddington here. He's bib number 5. He's pulled into Rhone at 21:23 last night, so just before 10 o'clock at night. Pitch black. He only spent 17 minutes in the checkpoint. He came in with 16 dogs. He left with 16 dogs. There's the rest. That's 17 minutes in the checkpoint. Took him 4 hours to get from Rainy Pass, that's the previous checkpoint, to Rhone. So it's not a big stretch there. And I think I told you guys a few days ago that the average speeds are 7-8 miles an hour. Obviously, when you see a 4 mile an hour, this lady, Paige, would have taken a break somewhere out on trail there. And you can see it right here. This rider, this dog musher took 4 hours, 4:30, 4:12, 3:52. This speed is substantially decreased over this racer because they took a rest. They took a 3-hour break on trail somewhere. Anyways, dudes, that's the Iditarod. Let's get back to the bike racing here. My little quick update. Okay. Fresh breezes. Dawn wants to know if we got any fresh breezes here at the Tirreno-Adriatico. Yeah, it's pretty light, Dawn. Just a little whisper of a wind, 10, 12 kilometers an hour. Fresh breeze kicks in around 25k an hour according to PCS. So we got 4 riders in a break. It's 1:29. It's coming down already, guys. The virtual classification, Filippo Ganna for winning the time trial. Dudes, here's a cool one too. I don't know if you saw this on Facebook. And guys, I'm really behind in the chat. I'm going to catch up. Tom's asking, can I see the average age of the mushers? You can if you go through all the bios. But I haven't really followed Iditarod much. But guys, I used to follow Iditarod the way I follow this. Like I took in everything. I read everything. I watched anything. There's very little coverage of dog racing. I was going to make a channel about it where I'd go to dog races and cover it. I will jump back to it here. So the race is all going to change. There's mandatory rest stops out there. Looks like everyone's running full teams of dogs. Paige here, and I do know this name from the past, she came in with 15 dogs, left with 15. Hard to tell what she's doing, because people will say, well, what happened to that dog? That dog, if there was a dog that was sore, tired, injured, maybe it was a slightly younger dog that she just wanted to get some miles on the dog. Because you want to get your dogs into race situations. You can't just throw them into a 1,000-mile race and say, go. Some can. So you take your dogs on a big event and you're planning to drop them. What happens when they get dropped? Vets take care of them. Well, vets take a look at them. If there's anything need to be done, that's fine. They take care of them. They rest them. They put them on a little plane, Piper Super Cub, whatever it is. They fly them back to either the start or the finish line, where host families take care of the dogs. You can see here Michelle Phillips. She is from the Yukon. I think she's from Carcross. 10-mile Yukon, Canada. Obviously 10 miles a place just outside of, I imagine it's outside of Carcross. She's done a lot of races here. A lot. She races about 35 dogs. Yeah, Ed Hopkins, he's also an Iditarod finisher. I think he raced the Yukon Quest as well. They own and operate Tagish Lake Kennels. So you can see here that she came in with 15 dogs, rested 23 minutes. Shows it right here. She left with 14, so she would have dropped a dog there. Now that dog might just not be eating well. That dog might have twisted its wrist a little bit. Just things that would happen to, say, a normal human if they were running. You got to rest them. You can't keep pushing them. And there will be a vet at every checkpoint. So it is all about animal care out there. You never want to hurt your dogs. I know sometimes it gets a little bit of a bad rap. People think the dogs are being forced to run. They're not. There's dogs out there that don't run. They don't want to run. Anyways, guys, moving on from that. Okay. Yeah, Aaron, it is right. Yeah, Aaron, that's what I thought too. There's tons of women at the Iditarod. It's really cool to see. First woman to ever win it. I think it was Susan Butcher. Or was it Libby Riddles? I think it was Libby Riddles. Susan Butcher passed away of cancer. I think she won it 4 times. Her and Rick Swenson, he's a 5-time winner. They had a huge battle over the years, battle of the sexes. But there's a ton of women in it, and guys, it's an equal opportunity sport for sure. Don said the only time I signed up for tracking a long distance race was when my friend was doing one of the 100-mile ultra marathons, 13 checkpoints. Ghana. 3 hours is a true nature break. Eddie's asking when the team time trial starts. So, guys, we're going to go back over to the start here. Paris-Nice. Paris-Nice starts in an hour and 27 minutes. That'll be team picnic going out. Looks like they're having 4-minute gaps in between the teams. So, hopefully, I've got my timing all figured out here today, right? Trying to keep the streams 2 to 3 hours long for now, guys. Just because I got lots to do here. I should be focusing on my real estate right now. Let's go back to Tirreno-Adriatico. 89 kilometers to the finish. Yeah, so we're a good 2 hours out here, I think. So definitely coffee breaks, definitely nature breaks. I'll definitely be eating one of these. I tried to start eating it. Some protein bar. Joey Jojo likes to think she's a pro athlete and buys everything athletic related or protein related. I don't know. I just eat it. Just if it's in the house, I eat it. To me, that's just a granola bar. Yeah, less than 90 minutes from now. Yeah, it's going to be off. Ryder's smiling in the break here. This is Timon Aaronsman. He's in the purple jersey for the Ineos Grenadiers. So what will he be wearing? So Filippo Ganna, yeah. Ganna has 12 points in... let me think about this. Okay, this would be green points jersey, I think. But it's purple here. Looks like it's a purple jersey here. Timon Aaronsman's wearing it. So, of course, all these points will be dictated by probably the finish at the time trial yesterday. Sorry, guys, I'm a little bit off today. Trying to get my brain beep boop tuned back in. I didn't roll out of bed until after 5 this morning, which is not normal for me. And then the live stream, I think I had it set for 6. I'm like, yeah, I'm just not into it right now. I got to get tuned up here. Let's take a look at what's going to be coming up in the race. Let's go to 2026 here. So today we're on, a mountainous stage. Tomorrow, though, I thought this was a funny stage. It shows up as a flat stage, but it sure doesn't look flat, does it? It doesn't look flat. So they're giving it this little symbol here, the white with the flat blue symbol. When you take a look at tomorrow's stage, yeah, I guess it's just lumpy bumpy. They're saying it's a flat stage because it's not really any categorized climbs. Not really much in the way of categorized climbs. Can the sprinters get over this top part here and make it to the finish line? That's going to be interesting to see that tomorrow. Like, look at that one there. That's a 3:40 a.m. start for me. Won't be making that. We'll probably do like a 6 o'clock start and hope we're out here somewhere. And then we're going to keep moving on. Stage 4, which will be Thursday. 213 kilometers. Yeah, this is an interesting one too. We got 2 climbs at the beginning. This one's going to be fast. The breakaway is going to take off very early at the start of the day. This is stage 4. And they're going to be going hard for the first 20 Ks. This climb is going to really shatter the field. Sprinters are going to be struggling to hang on here. They will try to catch up in the valley system. Then they got another one to take on. Downhill all the way. A couple more lumps and bumps. And remnants of the sprinters trying to hang on. Long-range sprinters, different types of sprinters. So that's where we're at there, guys. Just a couple days looking forward here. Competitors at the Tirreno-Adriatico who have finished all major tours. Julian Alaphilippe, Felix, Michael Valgrind, Jorge Arquez at Pero Bilbao. They must be talking about Tour de France, the Giro, and La Vuelta. I'm assuming that's what that means when they say major tour. Grand Tour? I'm not sure. Well, right here, dude, they're talking about all 7 major tours. What do they mean by a major tour? What is defined as a major tour? Okay. Let's let this play out, guys. I'm going to catch up in the chat here. Dudes, thanks for everyone being here in the chat. Inside Cycling World, this is Colin. Dudes, chat's good. Love the chat. Keep it rocking every day, guys. I spent some time yesterday looking at baseball stuff. Looking at the baseball stuff, guys. See, I think I'm going to do it just like this. I've seen some other people doing it different ways. I've seen people doing it with just a blank screen and just talking. Those videos don't do well. That guy puts in a lot of work, and he just killed himself for really nothing. I've seen dudes doing it where there's just 2 dudes on camera, like that, and they barely show any stats. It's kind of goofy, really. I've seen dudes who use some weird kind of baseball simulator. If you guys know what that is, let me know. It's a baseball simulator that plays out the game exactly the way it happened, but the graphics on it are kind of terrible. Like, really terrible. They're not even Xbox or PlayStation 5 graphics. They're so bad. Like, you'll see, and next up we have, Alejandro, the catcher for the Blue Jays. Kirk. And he'll just pop up out of the ground. But it does replay all the strikes, foul balls. If any of you dudes know what that is, let me know. I'm not saying I want to use it. I just want to know how it works. Aaron's saying those dogs are not woke. They love to go into the pain cave at Denali National Park. The ranger team seemed like they were really conscious of the misperceptions of the life of musher dogs. Yeah, dudes. When I was in it, there was a lot of people, oh, this is not fair to the dogs. Nah, 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 nah. Guys, people put so much time into their dogs. You know, even with only... Well, I know in the past there would be mishaps. It's like anything. A guy goes out running, he looks like he's in shape and he strokes out from a heart attack. That can happen to a dog too. Dudes, here's an interesting fact. You know, we talk about VO2 max all the time in cycling. If you don't know what that is, it's the amount of oxygen you can uptake measured in milliliters per kilogram into your body. The higher the number, the better. The best athletes out there, say Greg LeMond from 80s and 90s, I think his was a 93. I think Lance's was only an 86, which is still incredibly high. There's cross-country skiers that are getting close to 100. That's kind of like the peak VO2 max. They've measured sled dogs on treadmills, and I guess your distance Iditarod type dog, VO2 max they've measured is close to 250 compared to the world's best human at 100. So they can just literally run forever. They really can. It's all about you. Nature break, rolling nature break here. This is crazy. The camera bike is right amongst them, and the guys are taking whizzes off the side of the road. Love it. Raw, unfiltered, over here on Inside Cycling World. Guys, the flat stuff's going to finish here right away. We're 83.5 Ks to go. It's about to go off. Phase 2 starting, aka bang time. Let's go. Love a good bang time. Oh, there, I just saw bang time mentioned. Who is the first team to go off in the team time trial to give Colin the bang time marks? Dude, it's Team Picnic. Aaron saying tomorrow in Tirreno is not a sprint or puncher, but more likely a roller stage. Casper Askren types. Is Abrahamson in Tirreno? Let's have a look for Uno X here. Uno X, where are you? Jonas Abrahamson is here. I know this is exactly the dude you're talking about. This is his type of race. Tomorrow, go hard from the beginning. Won a stage at the Tour de France in 2025. Second at a stage in 2024. Second at the Maryland Cycling Classic in 2025. I remember that race quite well. You know, yeah, he's got a really good palmares here. Really like this rider. This is the dude, and I've talked about this a lot, guys. He's 30 years old. This is the dude that put on 20 kilograms of body weight, and then he became a good cyclist. So lighter, not always better. At least not for this guy. Putting on weight made him a far better cyclist. Got Giulio Palazzari here hanging out with his teammates. Just having a nice little chit chat. Phase 2 for them, they know what's coming right away. Yeah, guys, people really take care of their dogs. And Aaron, I know what you're talking about, the Rangers at Denali Park there. I think Jeff King, I think he's a 4-time winner. I think he's retired from racing now. I've been out so long. I think his kennel did a lot of the tours at Denali National Park there. Aaron's asking, is that gravel or cobbles? Dude, I just noticed that too. I just noticed that as well. There's a section at the end here that looks like it's a gravel or cobble section. Fascinating. We're going to find out. Dudes, we're not really that far. If you look up Sienna, I saw that pop up yesterday. Yeah, okay, Colin. Will that work? No. Sorry, guys. I'm blind here. Please. Siena, Italy. So when you look at Siena here, so Siena where we finished Strade Bianche, we're racing over here. This is where the time trial was yesterday. Lita di Camaiore. We did the time trial right along this beach. We're in that same part of the world. We're very close. I didn't pull up the stage here for the map, but I remember stage 2 coming down towards this area here. Actually, let's take a quick peek. We're going from Camaiore to San Gimignano. So if we take a look over here, I'm not going to type in San Gimignano because, hey, that's where Florence is. I had no idea. Pisa. That's where Pisa is. Okay. So I know we're heading on a southerly track here, so I think we're going to maybe see some white gravel, just like Strade Bianche. That's what I think that's going to be, Aaron. Okay. Ooh, guys, this is hot here. Hot and heavy. Spring training in full go mode, World Baseball Classic Series. Yeah, I've just seen a few highlights out of that. Got coffee and food now for Dave. Wore his skin suit for the walk. Aaron saying, are you talking about StatCast in the baseball thoughts? Dude, I don't know what it is, but it's a really goofy looking simulator. So it's graphics. And the dude will be sitting there doing the commentary just like I am right now. Not as good, of course. Just kidding. And it replays the game, but with really terrible graphics. Like it shows the batters, it shows the name. I'm just trying to figure out how it works. Like, are they doing that after the fact? Are they actually doing a live commentary? Because it seems like a lot of work. I'm going to have to find out what it is today. LMF say maybe Ghana wears his national jersey today. Yeah, it's your choice, I believe, when you're like world champion, national champion. It's your choice as to what jersey you want to wear. So I haven't seen Ghana yet today. Aaron saying, when someone asks you to define wokeness, thinking about public perception of sled dog like is versus reality is a good way to think about it. Yeah, guys, like, I mean, at one point I had 52 dogs. I treated them like they were my babies. People would always say to me, how do you remember all their names? How does a teacher remember the names of their kids in their class? Because they all have distinct personalities. I would have some dogs that would just like jump all over you and attack you. Hey, I'm your party buddy. Let's party. I had other dogs that would just look at you like, I don't want to come near you. Just put me to work. I had some female leaders like that were kind of like really sketchy. But soon as you got the harnesses out, soon as they saw the sled, it's go time. It's the 199th start in a major tour stage for Julian Alaphilippe. So I guess Tirreno-Adriatico is categorized as a major tour. I guess major tours would probably be Paris-Nice, Tirreno-Adriatico, the Dauphiné, Tour de Suisse. What else can we throw in there? There's some other early stage races that probably qualify. Not a Grand Tour, though. Yeah, a picnic. Can we have a ham and cheese? Dude, I'd love a ham and cheese right now. Aaron saying Abrahamson is taking tomorrow down. Book it. LMF saying here, the team time trial. Okay, cool. Images here. The Celine de Volterra. Here's all the white gravel stuff. I got to go back for a second here. I'm going to go back. There was a little blurb here about what we're looking at. It's a salt plant. That's what we're looking at here. Is Italy's oldest pure salt plants, 99.9% purity. See, there's sea salt. You can see salt waterfalls there. Yeah, this is all salt here. So they're mining for salt deposits here. I mean, maybe that's some of the white stuff that's mixed in. I don't know. I know nothing about this area. That's what it looks like to me. It's a white powder, and they're just digging out of the ground with an excavator. Mathieu van der Poel on the back, almost coming to a dead stop, just on this little bit of a climb starting here. This is quite steep, actually, here. We're less than 80 kilometers to go. Mathieu here, he's got the blonde hair tufts sticking out the back. I'm not going to even talk about his legs today, guys. I'm afraid to look. Drew, just in time for the climbing. Climb, let's go. Yeah, Aaron. Yeah, they're showing it again. I think Mathieu got stuck in gear. He's looking down at his gears right now, and all of a sudden, the entire peloton comes to a stop. He's barely able to get the pedals turned over, and gets back going again. Yeah, I think he was stuck in gears or something. Abrahamson's nickname needs to be the conundrum for his weight gain for more power versus most other cyclists being the waifs of pro athletes. Absolutely, dude. You don't have to be that tiny to be a pro cyclist. It is doable. Okay, catching up. Don saying there are gravel sections towards the end. Yeah, guys, I'm expecting exact Strada Bianche type looking stuff. Okay, they're showing some weird heat map on screen right now for Mathieu van der Poel. I don't know what this means. Maybe where he's riding in the peloton, where his location mostly is, but I have no idea who they're showing. That's okay. That's a really goofy stat there, image on screen. Like, share, tell all friends. Like, share, and tell all friends. And Dave's saying at least one Roman rode today. That's right. Drew saying town right above Siena is San... okay. San Gimignano town right above Siena. Okay, dude, I'm looking. Oh, there it is right there. Yeah, so this is where they're heading to, guys. Thank you, Drew. They are going to be going to San Gimignano. That's what I'm calling it. They left from... Yeah, honestly, guys, I don't know where they left from. They this morning, they left from Camaiore. Okay, so that would be right where we started yesterday. Camaiore. Here it is, Camaiore, right here. This is where we started this morning. And we're going to San Gimignano. Thanks, Drew. Aaron saying the Leaning Tower of Pisa was a great real-life way to show the value of trigonometry. You must use the law of sines or law of cosines depending on given information. Oz the Mentalist has a great way to describe remembering names. Same principle works for dogs. Yeah, dude, I always found it to be easy. I mean, the only time it would be hard is basically when you're running in the dark and you got a bunch of black dogs. Because all you can see is black butts coming at you. You're looking for differences in heights. You're looking for their gaits. Like, you stare at those dogs for so long, you know exactly when something's wrong with them. You can tell when something's bothering their left front foot. Like, I just knew. There's something bugging that dog right now. Get up there, find out that their booty's torn open or they got an ice ball. Sometimes it's just a matter of putting your hand on their foot, warming it up a bit, and getting the ice ball to come out. She sees sea salt by the seashore. Exactly, I was struggling with that one. Yeah, ham and eggs. I could use that right now, guys. I'm absolutely starving today. So I'm going to be, as soon as it's done, I'm taking off to town. Get that stuff mailed off. Stopping at the brokerage today. Say hi to everyone. There's people there I still haven't even met because, guys, I worked at this brokerage 5 years ago. And then I kind of got distracted doing this and that. I was doing really good in real estate in 1920. Really good. And then I took an environmental program, which took me a year to complete. A year to complete that. I should have just kept going in real estate. Mathieu van der Poel on the front right now. He's moved right to the front of the peloton. Ineos Grenadiers present. There's at least 5 Alpecin Premier Tech riders up front here. So maybe they've got something tucked up their sleeves today, guys. Only riding at 19k an hour. This is a hard climb for these guys. This is a very difficult climb here. It's steep. Not a climb you're going to see at the Tour de France or the Giro, probably even. but it's a tough little climb. Yeah, so go to the brokerage. Then I got to hit, probably pick up a couple groceries here for home because we got nothing in the house. Like, we're down to the dregs right now. Do we have any Strade guys in the top 10 in Tirreno here today? I'd have to look and see that. There were a couple guys. There was only one rider that rode Strade Bianche that went to Paris-Nice. He's a rider for Alpecin Premier Tech. But there were quite a few that rode Strade Bianche that will be here today. I'm not sure about top 10, though. I'll have to take a look at that. Dave still has nightmare talk of trigonometry. More slowdowns here on these skinny little roads. Skinny little roads, a bunch of riders on it, slowdowns, and there's nowhere for the riders to go. They have to almost put their feet down, do a quick dab. Mathieu van der Poel pushing the front, guys. And we are speeding up by hour. 42.2, 42.8, 42.9 hourly average speeds. Probably going to drop here now with this climbing. We're barely doing 20k an hour. You can see Soudal Quickstep lurking on the far left-hand side of the screen. Visma situated right dead center with at least 5 riders there. But cool to see Premier Tech up there. They've got 5 riders in this very front. Probably 7 or 8 riders. 5 of them are Alpecin Premier Tech. We will be coming to the sprint at Pomerantz. Cool sprint here. Just at the little bit of a climb here. We've got green jersey points. Well, not green here. And 3 2-in-1 time bonifications. Actual GC, obviously that's going to be Filippo Ganna, Timon Aaronsman, Max Walscheid, Magnus Sheffield. Look at that. 3 out of the top 4 right now are Ineos Grenadiers. Wow. Jonathan Milan, he really impressed me yesterday. I didn't think he'd go that hard, but he was really trying. 150, let's take a look at the virtual GC. Juan Bu here has moved up 130 positions with that 1 minute and 50 second gap that they have right now. Same with Manuel Tarozzi. Filippo Ganna still sits in 3rd place, and then Diego Pablo Sevilla will be in 4th place. Remember, these guys are all going to be caught soon, so that's all going to change. We're on it, guys. It's I'd say it's pretty much the beginning parts of Phase 2 right now. And Aaron calls it. He says Phase 2 is now on in Tirreno. Dave saying he's had to reload chat 7 times in the last 5 minutes. Drew saying he hates trig as well. The high school in Denver, which I transferred as a junior, screwed me in big time. Guys, I was never good at math either, but for some reason, like in university, I ended up taking 6 university level math classes. 6? Possibly only 5. Like 2 levels of calculus, pure mathematics, a statistics class, and there was one other class I took. I can't remember what it was now. I took it at the very end of my last year. Just, I needed to squeeze something in. When you're doing a geology program, there's so many labs. There's so many labs. So like even first year, you got to do chem and physics. Both have labs. Physics labs aren't that bad. Chemistry labs can be bad. But you also have geology labs. So you got 1 geology lab. By the time you get to second year, you're doing 2 and 3 geology labs per week on top of your classwork. So it's very hard to squeeze anything in. Just put whatever you can in there. And for some reason, I ended up taking math classes. And I'm not that good at math. Reloading happens from Aaron Smith here. Dave saying if the pros are struggling, I'd need someone pushing my wheelchair. Yeah, me too. You can just tell by their speed that this is a tough climb. It just drags on, and it's very stair-steppy all the way. So that average gradient is very deceptive there. It's probably a lot steeper than that, and the downhills are bringing the average way down. Yeah, guys, this looks just like the same topography as Strade Bianche. You can just see it. All those ridge lines, the roads up high. Looking for the white gravel here right away, the white roads. Drew saying there's a rider from Panama at the race. Okay, I'll try to look back and see where that was. I didn't actually see that. I've been too busy chatting here. I wonder who that would be. Aaron saying, I have a biased opinion that one is not a learned person. If you do not understand calculus, our lives are constantly changing and we accumulate things. So how could not know the math for that? Yeah, dude, like, I barely remember calculus, but I had to take first year, I guess it's first, calculus 251, calculus 252, and then I took the advanced calculus, which was called pure mathematics. I think it was called pure mathematics 331 or something. Just right over my head most of the time, but I got through it. That's all that mattered. I wouldn't even know where to start now. Guys, that's almost 30 years ago. Aaron saying he loves math. Not you calling all me. I'm not sure what Dave's saying there. I was starting to love and enjoy math, then trig hit and became very depressing. Dude, I like trig. I thought trig was just kind of, that wasn't the hardest part for me. Aaron Smith, what the heck is pure mathematics, algebras, proofs, other? Dude, I think calculus, you're doing integrals. Is calculus integrals or derivatives? I think when you go to pure mathematics, you're doing it kind of backwards. So I think calculus is integrals, and I think pure mathematics, it's advanced calculus. You start going the other way, so I think it's derivatives. I think. That's all I'm going to say, because I'm going to get myself just destroyed here by the math freaks. Math freaks run away. Love math freaks. The Panamanian Panther. That's what his name is. Drew still has his 8th grade graduation mathematics award medal over there on my dresser. Then Denver decided it wasn't good enough. Dudes, that's what I'm going through right now. Dude, I found so much hidden stuff down here in my basement. I've lived here 13 years, doing a huge purge right now. Just finding old stuff, old junk to throw out. Some stuff, really, really good memories, old photos. To be honest, I have gotten rid of some of the stuff. Like, my mom's like, oh, don't throw that stuff out. But I'm like, I haven't looked at it in 13 years since I've lived here. And so I would have brought it here. And I've never looked at it. So I'm kind of a believer of, if you've never looked at it or touched it, you probably don't need to hang on to it anymore. I still got all those memories, and that's all I really need. Instead of having a box full of junk that's just like, oh, you know, like I've probably thrown out some really important stuff that other people will be like, what are you doing? It's just kind of the mode I'm in right now. Average age, as someone was asking about earlier, 28-year-olds. A lot of 28-year-olds. David Gonzalez here is 30 years old. And they've got age, weight, and height. So you're probably looking here, I'd say your average cyclist these days is probably like 68 to 70 kilograms. Somewhere in that range. Pretty light. Like 70 kilograms is only 154 pounds. That's George Zimmerman here. And he's not short either. So dudes, that's what I've been doing lately is, and I've missed a couple days, trying to work on the weights. They're only 500 meters, it looks like, from the actual top at Pomerantz here. Remember, once they get to the top of Pomerantz, they bomb downhill and start climbing again. We're not actually on the categorized climb yet. We're 5 kilometers away to the foot of the Castellnuova Val di Cecchini, 9.7 kilometers at 3.3%. Cecchina. Yeah, Aaron saying advanced calc is usually proving things found in calc 1. Like intermediate value theorems, mean value. Aaron, you sound too smart to me right now, and I don't even know what you're talking about anymore. But dude, I remember just kind of being like a backwards situation, like integrals and derivatives. There was a different symbol at the beginning. What was it? For an integral, it was one of those little, those little squiggles. And I think when you're doing derivatives, it's 2 of those little symbols. Mechanical problem for Christopher Jewel Jensen. I think he is on my fantasy league. Yeah, he is. So he is on my fantasy league here. How am I going to do today? Well, I got Aaronsman here. I got Butrago. I got Tiberi. This team's good. Attack here right away, guys. Attack by, looks like a little truck rider. Is it? Probably not. He's not in that front group. So they're just letting him coast through. I'm going to have to see who that was. It's one of the 4 riders up front. He's wearing a different jersey. It's the Nippo Fantini jersey. So that's Bardiani. They've got a crash behind it, looks like. Oh, this is the mechanical, I think. Not a crash. He must have to just jump off his bike here. So where is that Nippo Fantini rider? Here he's here. Okay. Solution Tech Nippo Rally. New name right here, guys. New name. It was Vinny Fantini last year. So that was Alessandro Iacci. You probably don't say it anything like that. He finished 159th yesterday in the individual time trial. So not a time trialist by any means. Is in the front right now. So he gets the sprint win. And they just let him take it. He just rolled away from them. It's kind of hard to see the color of his jersey there. Okay, now it's easy. That'll light up. Pomerantz, situated in the Devil's Valley, known for Boric fumaroles and a lunar landscape inspiring Dante's Inferno. Wow, I didn't know this. There's parades here, historical costumes. Yeah, the area hosts the Palio del Contrade in September. That's this big festival that they have on. I love the word fumaroles. I like that. Just going to close that down for Iditarod right now. So they've popped over the top here. Now they'll be descending quickly. Then they're going to start climbing again, guys. So you guys, if you guys have any suggestions for me doing this for baseball, just let me know. Send me a private message if you want. Send me a message public on Facebook. Anywhere you guys want, send it here. I'm just trying to think how to do it. I don't want to use a baseball simulator, I don't think. I don't think I want to do that. I wouldn't mind downloading an app that might show where that maybe I can manually indicate where the bases are, like who's on what base, what's the positioning out there, like just the the ball diamond, like that, and I can quickly put stuff around. I'd like to figure out something like that. Have my ugly face on camera, just doing what we do here. Night times. So that's going to be different for me too. I'm not sure what Dave's talking about, the Canadian rim job. I don't know what that is. Dave says he's had 2 complete purges in his life. Dude, I'm doing a hard purge right now. Hard. But it's nice to sell all this old stuff. Like, I think I sold, I think I did sell this one yesterday. This is the old Game Boy I showed you yesterday. It is sold now. It's been paid for. I sold some advanced squad leader stuff. If I don't sell it, I'm probably just going to burn it. I got a huge burn pile outside. I'm just going to burn it. So I'm just going to sell it for forever. Drew was saying he struggled with the trig. They decided, put into the trig class a month like that. It's tough. Okay, calc learning order 90% of the times is limits, derivatives, and integrals. So yeah, dude, maybe that pure mathematics was integrals. I don't know. Dave's saying it's very strange and hard to replace all your stuff. Okay, we're getting deep into into the math talk now, dude, and I know nothing about it anymore. Yeah, Dave, the coffee's still working its way into my brain. Bombing downhill here right now. 69 kilometers to go. We've got the one rider here. This is Manuel Tarozzi back at the team car. He's 135th in the standings, 1 minute, 45 seconds down. He's a 27-year-old from Faenza in Italy. So far this year, he's done all of the races that were on, well, not all the Mallorca races. Okay, looks like someone's messaging me about my dog booties that I have for sale. Dude, I found a big stockpile of dog booties. So I'm going to message this lady back right now. I'm near Didsbury, so I just got to message her back. Will check measurements. She wants to know the exact measurements. People are just too much for me sometimes. Just, yeah. All you got to do is cinch them a little bit tighter. That's all you got to do. You can't. They're probably like a large. they're probably like a large booty. You can put them on dogs with smaller feet. You just kind of like wrap the Velcro a bit more. Not hard to do, people. But they're probably reading all the dog mushing stuff. They say, make sure the measurements. Nah, you don't need to do that. Trust me. I ran dogs for 21 years. Oh, Aronson, I guess I will leave out the discussions of superanium and least up. Oh, dude, yep. You're right over the head here. Who's on first? I like that. Eddie's saying, so this stage team time trial, the GC jersey and Paris-Nice will not change hands. Yeah, so over at Paris-Nice, dudes, let's take a look. So we got a normal stage here, and then we got the team time trial at Paris-Nice. Oh, I can hear myself talking. I don't like that at all. Yeah, so it'll be Paris-Nice over here. Team Picnic Posnell's going out in 52 minutes, guys. So we're going to do this the same as yesterday. I'm not sure how long I'll stick around because I know I've just got like... I probably got like at least half an hour. I'm going to be busy at the post office. And I got to get that amendment done today for that house. I got to get some groceries. Oh, Aaron's going deep here now. Aaron has gone so deep with algebra, PTSD. Oh my, he's talking about quadratic equations and do the root. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm moving on. Aaron's saying for the kids, do not Google Canadian rim jobs. Eddie's saying that both these dudes in the lead group right now, looks like Manuel Torosi and Juan Abu, they both raced at the Tour de Langkawi. So it looks like the Tour de Langkawi is a race that you see a lot of Pro Series teams and riders on their way up. Drew saying, Daddy, Aaron's hurting me. Yeah, he is. He's killing me too right now. Cycling math talk, watts per kilo matters, dude. So learn your fractions and rational numbers. Yeah, watts per kilo, VO2 maxes, FTPs, that all matters us for cyclists. Pretty simple math. Was that a U2 flying by? Okay. What is my favorite race? Dude, I gotta say, dude, the Grand Tours. All the Grand Tours. I mean, I like La Vuelta a lot, and I like the Giro. I think they have tougher climbs than the Tour de France. La Vuelta will go out of its way to find ridiculous climbs. La Vuelta being the last race in the year doesn't get the same caliber of riders. It's all about the Tour de France, hands down. The other races are, fan-wise, popular, a big step down. Everyone knows the Tour de France in the world. If you said, what's the biggest bike race? Okay, so UAE's a little bit further back here. Looks like they're pacing Isaac Del Toro back to the front. Looks like he had a bit of a mechanical, and he is coming back up to the very back of the peloton now. Remember, they are climbing up the stair-steppy climb all the way here. So something happened to Isaac there. I didn't see what happened to him. Nothing's been said, but obviously something was up with Isaac there. I'm seeing rider 215 for UAE. Who is that? Radioing back to the team car right now. Probably like, hey, we got him back out here. That's Groschartner. Groschartner probably saying, hey, we got him back on board. No problems. So hopefully we get some kind of notification here as to what happened to Isaac. Dude, yeah, Tour de France, man, that's just the best time of the year for me. Like, to me, people say Christmas, Tour de France, it's the greatest time of the year for me. I love the Tour de France. I watch every second of every stage, even the stages that you know is going to be like a flat sprint win into Carcassonne or something like that. Everyone knows that stage is usually wedged in, you know, third week of the Tour de France. It's a flat stage before they hit the Alps or something like that. Steven Ardelay, Van Aert podium. Let's see Visma Lisa bike here. We'll get the full rundown on Visma Lisa bike here. About Van Aert, Owen Dool, Filippo Fiorelli, Matteo Jorgensen, Timo Keilik, Steven Kreisvik, and Tim Rex. So Steven here's brand new. Hey Steven, where are you from, dude? Where did I read that? There he is. Steven. It could be Steven Ardelay or it could be Steve Nardelay. Asking if Van Aert can podium. Currently, Wout is sitting in 59th place after the individual time trial. He could get on the podium today. I don't think he'll podium here at the Tirreno-Adriatico, though. They'll be mostly working for Matteo Jorgensen. Matteo Jorgensen is the team leader for this race. But yeah, I love Wout van Aert. I hope he keeps racing forever. 1 minute 25 now, guys. They're slowly pulling them back over this climb. At the top of the climb, we've got 5, 3, 2, and 1 KOM points. So, Stephen, welcome aboard. Dave, 6 weeks till the Giro. I know. I know, right? Like, it's really not that far. It's right around the corner. So I got to keep grinding out these races, keep establishing the Inside Cycling World community so that we're going to just, like, be massive at the Giro. Then we've got June to do the Dauphiné and the Tour de Suisse. Tour de France hits. Then it's like bang, bang time. And then, guys, I will be on full guns blazing. My current favorite race is one that has MVDP and Poggy trying to win. Yeah, dude, you're probably right. Paris-Roubaix type stuff. That's going to be a banger this year. Again, guys, if you know of any... Because, guys, you guys, I think some of you American dudes are more into baseball than me. I shouldn't say I only started really enjoying it last year. My first MLB game was in 2018 when we went to Disney in California. My second MLB game was the Dodgers versus the Rockies just last summer with Joey Jojo. Yeah. We flew into Denver. We landed, I think, at 11 a.m. The game started at 1. So it was like Uber, hotel, straight to the game. And I think we saw all of the game, or it just started. And that was so much fun. I know the Rockies weren't much of a team last year, and I don't know anything about them. I'd say 3/4 of the stadiums was Dodger fans. But dude, just chilling, eating some food, roasting in the sun, stumbling around afterwards. Joey Jojo on a tear, she wanted street hot dogs. She took about 2 bites, and she had to have a street hot dog. Guys cooking hot dogs on the streets. Had to have it. We had to go all the way back to get it. And then went back to it. She had about 1 bite, and she's like, this is disgusting. And yeah, I'm like, I could have told you that. Joey Jojo, I could have told you that. Aaron saying on the women's side, any race with SD Works disaster taxes is pretty fun. Super Banyay, I think that's what Dave's saying. Futuroscope, I remember the Futuroscope TT quite well. I think that's in the center of France, Futuroscope. I think it's like a theme park. Dawn saying Tour de France and the Giro were the ones I watched before I found Inside Cycling World. Yes, dudes, that's me. Inside Cycling World, calling here. Alpe d'Huez, Ventoux, and since 2003, Luz Ardiden. Yeah, dude, that's a great climb too. Luz Ardiden. I think Luz Ardiden. Is it Alps or is it Pyrenees? Luz Ardiden. Now it's probably, I'm going to say it's Alps. It's my gut call saying it's Alps. Oh yeah. Oh my God, Aaron, you're killing me, bro. Aaron's killing me here with the math. We're talking about validating proof theorems in the 18th century, guys. We have gone so deep on this channel. Yeah, insane. Dave saying my first... Okay, hang on. Is the next ride for Poggy San Remo? I think it is. Yeah, I think he's off for quite a while now. Why don't we jump back here? And does Poggy's name pop up anywhere? It should. Poggy, where are you, dude? Sometimes I can just find a quick link here, guys. Otherwise, I gotta grind my way through it. Yeah, so we'll come back to Tirreno-Adriatico. We go to the start list. This is the way I usually do it. We come to UAE. We click on their name. We come to Poggy. Milan San Remo, March 21st, guys. It's going to be an absolute smash fest. We know we're going to see Ghana there again. We're going to see MVDP. Yeah, it's going to be good. Poggy's never won it. He's never won this race. Look at his race results here. He's never won Milan San Remo. Ever. Could it be this year? Probably going to be this year. MVDP will be there, though, battling you for it, Poggy. Let's go. Dave, my first MLB game was an exhibition stadium. Blue Jays. Burned his butt on the bleachers. Nothing like opening day in baseball. Spring is here. Hot dogs, Cokes, beers, whatever you like. Peanuts, Cracker Jack. And the results of the game not so important. Exactly, dude. That's what I love about baseball. It's kind of like this. I don't have to be glued to the screen all the time. I can just watch the stat. I'm a real stats guys. I love following the stats, the history of it. And realistically, I don't think there's a sport out there that touches baseball for the stats that they keep. You know, all the games that they play so many games per year. Dudes, I'm really hoping it's going to do well for me, and I'm really looking forward to doing it. I am watching more sports. We have Sportsnet here in Canada. I was catching one of the Flames games last night. Flames versus Washington. They were in Washington. I think that was yesterday. And there's a ton of Major League Baseball stuff on there. Just trying to figure out how to do the stream good that people will enjoy watching and listening along to. So you guys tell me how you want me to do it. Drew Sain had a colleague 2 years ago who has been a catcher for the Dodgers. Oh, who had been, and he needed 2 replacements 3 or 4 years ago. Wow. Super Banyay, the super bangers they had in the... Yes, it is, dude. It's super bangers. Proofs, Good Will Hunting stuff. That's right. That's the only thing I remember. That's the only math I remember now is Good Will Hunting. Coffee's getting cold. Okay, Luz Ardiden is in the Pyrenees. That's right. Okay, just the sound of it. I'm thinking, yeah, and then I switched my mind at the last second. Aaron's saying the proofs in Good Will Hunting were from the field of combinatronics, and we've just lost the entire channel. Everyone just unsubscribed right now. Poggy versus MDVP. They are around 50% win-loss for non-Grand Tours with each other. To be the best, you got to beat the best. Yeah. Drew Sain, Minnesota Twins, 62 and 63 in Metropolitan Stadium. Moved to New Jersey in 1964. Went to see the Twins play the Yankees. And the local fans were very nice to us. Because you were little kids, 8 and 10 years old, in Twins caps. I got you, dude. Yeah. Kids are allowed to wear the opposing team stuff. Dude, we have a big battle here in Alberta. We call it the Battle of Alberta. Up the road, we got Edmonton, the Oilers. One of the best teams. Stanley Cup the last 2 years. They were there. Lost to the same team twice, I believe. Calgary Flames, that's where I live. I'm close to Calgary. Not doing so well, but that's okay. Calgary is getting them a new hockey arena. And so the Saddle Dome eventually will be blown down, which everyone's disappointed about. Wow, cool here. They have all this above-ground pipe work going on here. I've seen this before. The site is the birthplace of geothermal energy, featuring the first boric acid plant, a geothermal museum detailing its history, and a 740-meter deep demonstration vent showcasing steam power. So I'm assuming all these pipes that are above ground is for steam power. They're probably piping it down to the towns into a plant somewhere, using it to generate electricity or something. Kind of goofy how they've done it. They've actually got like little pipe bridges going across the roads. This is insane. Insane. I guess what if one of those pipes bursts? Well, it's just hot steam, I guess. It's not that bad. But yeah, the pipe just jumps across the road like in a big, half circle. And it looks like there's a nuclear power plant in the background to me. There's the cooling towers. It's probably just cooling towers, but it's got that nuclear power plant. Look, it's all geothermal energy here. Really cool. Some parts of the world are blessed with more geothermal energy. You pretty much can utilize it everywhere, but it's expensive, and you may not get the right return. Earlier on the day, guys, at the 20K mark, out to 20 to 40K, the 4 riders had about a 4-minute gap. Now we're under 50 seconds. The race is really on here now, guys. Getting to the top of the climb here shortly. From Bull Durham, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, sometimes it rains, and sometimes you turn on the sprinkler to get a rain out. Lutz was where Lance crashed, then destroyed the field. Adrenaline rush, wattage dumpage. Aaron saying the Twins were the Senators in DC before the 61 season. See, guys, all the baseball stats. So cool. What happens if someone wears a Senators jersey in Alberta? Nothing, dude. One of the coolest guys I ever met. Guys, there's a lot of east-west in Canada. Liberals back east, conservatives out west. One of the coolest guys I ever met was from right outside of Ottawa. Met him at a hockey game in Las Vegas, and he became my bro. We went to the game. You know who went with me. You know the name. And just the two of us. We were sitting beside the street. This guy had his like arm around me. Good old Canadian dude, drinking it up. He was taking selfies of me and him together, and we were just I was looking at Joey Jojo going, what the heck is going on here? But he was super cool. His team was the Senators, of course. That's why I'm talking about the Ottawa Senators here in this story. That was probably, geez, I can't remember when that was. Probably 2 to 3 years ago anyways. Great to take a hockey game on in Vegas. Dude, Vegas is probably my... guys, I don't gamble. Rarely. To me, gambling's $20 to $50 on some roulette, digital roulette. Here's those cooling towers again. They're going to go right by them here. But Vegas is just so good for doing stuff. So, like, you got hockey season there. I mean, the rink is right downtown on the Strip. Allegiant Stadium, right across from Mandalay Bay on the west side. There's a walkway you can go across to. We saw Metallica there. That's where... Who is it? The Raiders? Is that who they're called now? The football team. Whatever the football team is for Las Vegas, guys, I don't even know. Is it the Raiders? And now they've got the new baseball stadium that's being built across from Excalibur, which would have been the old... Guys, what was that resort called? On the east side of the Strip, across from Excalibur and Luxor. It's an older one. I'd never actually walked in it, and they just blew it up. So I'm going to go back a little bit here now, guys. Rod Carew is my Twins hero crush. I've heard of the name. I don't know who it is, though. See, guys, you guys got a lot of baseball talk going on here, so I got to get really caught up on this. Baseball has the best, most comprehensive stats of any sport, so you can truly compare eras. Cool, Drew. I also have a Killebrew signed photo, but I think it was from the 87-80 event in the DC area. Dave saying, in Toronto, people look at you a little sideways until you prove you're not an a Sens jersey. Vegas is very good for lightening your wallet. Dude, tried to get Metallica tickets again. Just impossible. Just impossible. I know Joey was trying too. And even she's like, I'm not paying that much. There's like $2,100 for one seat for the 2-night show. It's just like, no, come on. We're used to paying like $600 and $700 in Seattle and Denver. So it's triple the cost. Oh, nice switchback action here. Watching the caravan of cars, the team cars, coming up behind the riders here, getting to the very top of this climb, guys. This is a serious climb. This isn't 3.3%. This is a lot steeper than that. 59 kilometers to go, guys. After this, we're going to be bombing downhill. It's going to get really lumpy, bumpy for a while. UAE is now moved to the front, covering their man Isaac Del Toro at the front. But yeah, Vegas is a great place to go. Everything's centralized for sports. So I'm definitely going to go there and see a baseball game. 100%. We don't even do that to Hab fans. No, Circus is at the far north end of the Strip. So it's the south end where Mandalay Bay, Luxor, and Excalibur are. If you go across the road to the north, there is New York, New York. On the east side of the road, there is MGM Grand. It's on the south side of the MGM Grand. There's a road there. I forget the name of the road. But they just blew that one up. That's where the new baseball stadium's going. There's an attack here. Manuel Tirozzi went. It's counterattacked by Diego Pablo Sevilla, and Juan Bu is now going as well. Settling down again, guys. They all want points at the very top here. They should be over the top right away. 58.3. So, yep, guys, I'm a little bit delayed because I was looking at the stat. Here we go. It's the Team Pulte Visit Malta rider going up front. He should be getting points here. Let me get live. I need to be totally live here. Yeah, so he's managed to escape. He'll be getting the points here at the very top. That's happening live right now. Should pop up on screen right away. First guy through would be Diego Pablo Sevilla being chased by the CSF Manuel Torochi. Oh, no, it's Wambu. So, yeah, the Polti Visit Malta rider was the first through, so he will get the 5 points, 3, 2, and 1 for the other 3 riders. This is rider 186. Here we go, Diego Pablo Sevilla, Wambu, Manuel Torochi, and Alessandro Iachi. Let's just see if they get reorganized here. They don't want to be scattered apart like this. They got points. Get back together. Peloton's coming now, guys. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, see, you guys are totally into it. Poker can be fun. I don't play roulette. Always bet on black. Yeah, exactly. Dude, there's some good betting strategies in roulette. You know, bet on all black and all even numbers. You know, obviously you're not putting $20 bets down. Dude, I just play little simple stuff. You know, have a couple drinks. I'm done. That's it. Just get me like juiced up for the evening. My counterpart, she'll go drop $1,000 in half an hour on a machine and then come away screaming and blaming me for not cashing her out. Always got blamed for that. Baseball, the stats go back almost 200 years. Okay, so we're talking about a signed something or other, signed jersey. Rod Carew, batting champ, Hall of Famer, top 20 all-time right-handed batting average. Dude, see, that's the stuff I love. Oh, this Castle Nuevo we're at now, the village, once a fortified medieval settlement, is known for its grape cluster shape, stone houses, narrow streets, and a 50-centimeter wide alley. 50 centimeters wide. It produces a unique extra virgin olive oil from mountain olive trees grown at 600 meters in altitude. Guys, look at the stuff you learn here on Inside Cycling World. It's all from Flow Bikes, guys. I'm just reading their stuff on the screen. Dudes, what was cool yesterday? You know, stream was good. I loved hanging out with you guys. I checked my views afterwards. I'm like, okay, 2,500 views. Good enough, right? I looked on YouTube at the same time, and there's the Flow Bikes free stream. At the time, I think they had 2,600 views. So it's really motivating to me to know that you guys will hang out with me and listen to my commentary versus listening to it on Flow Bikes. I'm doing something right. Something. It's currently raining now, guys. We got some rain going on, and we are descending, so this will be the sketchiest part of the day here. When the rains first hit, kind of making the roads damp, you never know what can happen out there. So these guys need to be very careful. Dave saying Rod Carew, one of the best pure hitters in baseball. Throughout, he would hit 400 several times throughout his career. Okay. Aaron saying, Colin, Ted Williams, The Science of Hitting is a good read, a little wonky. Travels with Tony has a Rod Carew rookie card. He's a great player. Oh, the 2007 Rockies World Series bat. Drew has that. Don, I went to Vegas when MGM Grand and Hard Rock Hotel and Casino were new. Yeah, so there's a new Hard Rock now. So the Hard Rock became the Virgin. The Hard Rock now took over the Mirage, and they're building that big guitar-shaped hotel. It's going to be right on the Strip. So I think the Hard Rock's going to make a huge comeback. Dave saying Williams was the last hitter not to... I'm not sure what that means. Okay, face pitchers that had stat book before you got out of the minors. Okay, I'll have to figure that one out later. Last 400 batter was Ted Williams in 1941. Wow. 5, 4, 3, 2 on earth. Below me, fall twisting, falling. Wesley Snipes, passenger 57. Never bet on black, or always bet on black, sorry. Interesting, Joe DiMaggio won the MVP that year. How could that be? Well, he did have a 56-game hit streak. Guys, see? We got some baseball nutters here. I love it. Aaron saying Italian olive oil is good, but so are the Spanish ones, and they are usually cheaper. Dave's asking Toto's first hit. Hold the line. Do, 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 do. Love isn't always on time. Is that it? Just guessing? Yeah, Drew's saying, yep, oil slick nasty. Guys, when it gets just a little wet and the rains first come, it starts running or making the oil that's in the road kind of start to move a little bit. And riders can be caught out by it very easy. 52.8 kilometers to go here. Travels with Tony, who is there. It says definitely better olive oil here in Spain than in Italy, and cheap. $6 a liter for the good stuff. Yeah, I mean, I think anything from Italy is like very expensive. The Ineos Grenadiers are pulling in the peloton now, guys. Spanish wines are nice and usually better priced than Italian, though the grapes are different. Oh, Africa. Yeah, dude. You see the rains down in Africa. Dude, I saw them in concert. They were fantastic. They came through Calgary. Me and Joey Jojo went. They came through Calgary with Journey. I'm pretty sure they came through Calgary with Journey. What an awesome concert. And Toto is fantastic. I forget the guy's name. He's kind of the main guy for Toto. He's got the big hair, you know. I think his name is Steve or something. He's well recognized in the industry as like one of the best session guitar players out there. I think a lot of his success has been a session player. I think he's responsible for part of Michael Jackson's Beat It. I know Eddie Van Halen did part of it too, but he's... I think that's him. Look up Toto, look up Africa. What a great song that is. I got to listen to that today, Dave. Thank you for reminding me of that. Why is Sevilla dangling out there with the 4-second... Yeah, he was just sitting up front for a little... Peloton's only 16 seconds back now. Looks like Ghana is wearing the leader's jersey. It's a dark bluish jersey here. 3 Ineos Grenadiers ahead of him. Then Ghana in 4th place on the road. Kind of a block formation on the front of the peloton right now. Dude, so some things I was thinking about before I go get my coffee. I heard there's crazy transfer talks of Paul Sexy already. Paul Sayas. I think people are realizing he is the next real deal. Someone was comparing power analysis at Strada Bianca, and he's right there with Poggi. In fact, when we were doing the race, Poggi did accelerate. Paul pulled him right back. The camera cut away, and then Paul was gone again. I don't know if that was a mechanical there, but I think he's right there on par with Poggi right now. Just needs race experience now. Another thing that came up yesterday, too, during the time trial when we were watching Ethan Hayter, remember he was like 2nd or 3rd last out? He made a weird hand symbol. He signed with his hand. He had his hands like this, and then he kind of gave the middle finger. He got fined for that. I saw it happen live. I'm like, what is he doing? He kind of looked over at the motorbike and just, I don't know if he saw another rider coming the other way, because remember they were doing that out and back all day long. But yeah, he flipped the bird to someone, and he got fined for it. So that's another fun fact from yesterday. Don saying I have a commemorative baseball hat from Joe DiMaggio Day at Yankee Stadium. Paul Simon performed today. Awesome. Dave saying the first 20 minutes of the rain is the most dangerous. Exactly, Aaron. No reason to pay more than $7 or $8 for a bottle for good red here. Yeah, that's about all I ever pay. Transmission fluid more slippery than black ice. Yeah, Journey, Don't Stop Believing, dude. Man, that was such a good concert, dude. I need a concert. I haven't seen... Well, that's not true. Okay, I haven't been to a big concert since Metallica last June. 29th and 31st, I think it was, of last year, man. That was such a good concert. In Denver at, what do they call it? The Empower... I think it's called Empower Mile High Stadium now. Great stadium. Loved it there. Since then, all I've seen, I've missed a couple of concerts. I missed Bryan Adams. I missed Honeymoon Suite on New Year's Eve. I was stuck at home on New Year's Eve. Poor Colin. And then I saw a couple of older bands. I saw Lita Ford and the Headpins. Great concert, just, not Metallica. And then I saw Streetheart just a couple weeks back. A little bit of it anyways. Drew saying Spanish Reds is about 90% of what he buys. Drew's got to create some breakfast. Construct your breakfast, man. Build a breakfast. Yeah, Aaron saying power analysis data is killing the romance of cycling. For all the math talk today, I do not want to know beforehand what riders are going to do. Yeah, dude, I agree with that. Aaron's asking, is the TTT live yet? Let's have a quick look. It might be getting close. 23 minutes still to the start of the TTT. Guys, this is going to be a good point for me to just go grab another coffee, nature break. We should be flying along here pretty good. We've only got 50K to go here. We will transition out to the TTT here pretty quick. So let me go do that, dudes. I'll be right back. All right, dudes, back in the 10x10 cube of cycling dominance and performance specialities here. I should have ate a bite of that granola bar. That's what I should have done. Okay. Dave's saying small venue concerts are much better. You can actually interact with the band. Had drinks with the Drifters when the last Surgeon Man were still with them. Dude, I agree. Like down at the Grey Eagle in Calgary, the bands will hang out afterwards. One of the coolest stories ever. This is a story from probably... Dude, this is a story from probably the year before COVID started. So this would have been, I think, New Year's Eve 2019. Might have not been New Year's Eve. Might have been the night before New Year's Eve, if I remember. And we were checked in our room. You know who I'm talking about, Joey Jojo. And we came out, jumped on the elevator. Well, I remember there was a dude walking down the hallway. Small guy, rock hair. And Joey kind of gave me a slap like that. Like, hey, look. I'm like, nah, couldn't be. Get in the elevator. Joey Jojo was going through hot flashes at the time. Remember what I said? This was about 4 or 5 years ago. Joey Jojo is turning 55 this year. And so hot flashes, extreme back then. This dude's in the elevator with us. And she's going on about her hot flashes. And he was a super nice guy. He goes, oh, I'm sorry. We're just chit-chatting with him. And she looked at him. She goes, are you in the band? And he looks at her and he goes, yeah, I'm in the band. And then he leaves the elevator. We're like, okay, man, have a good night. Like, we didn't know who he was, really. And he goes, hey, I hope you get over those hot flashes. Because, like, she was just standing there melting, right? She's all done up, melting away under the hot flash. And it was the lead singer of Honeymoon Suite, who we didn't even recognize because he wasn't really fully done up yet. Honeymoon Suite, Canadian band. Dave knows exactly who Honeymoon Suite is. Yeah, I thought that was an awesome story. I'll always remember that. So, yeah, he's in the same hotel as us. I think 2 months after that, like right before COVID locked the world down on March 15th, we went to see Platinum Blonde, another Canadian band. And back then, if you stayed at the Grey Eagle, you got a free breakfast included. The next morning, we had breakfast one table over from the lead singer of Honeymoon Suite. And at the end, Joey Jojo had to say, bye, Mark. He was dressed in this big leopard print, I don't know, like bathrobe or something before he was leaving the hotel. Aaron saying, on concert chat, I've been into the difference between resonance and amplification for a few days. By the way, this is math 2. Sinusoidal waves, to be exact, and harmonics, which are diffuse waves, Aaron. Decathlon on the front here now, guys. Tobias Lund Anderson is their sprinter. Paul Lapierre is probably like their GC rider for this event. We don't have Paul Seha here. Beautiful landscape, guys. 20 seconds. They're just letting those 4 riders dangle out front still. Probably going to see a crazy finisher, guys, with that gravel section. Then uphill finish all the way into San Gimignano. It is 1.2 kilometers at 7.1% gradient. It's currently about 7 minutes to 8 here in the morning. So I think we'll get through this, guys, today and then jump over to the TTT for a little bit. And then I'm probably going to have to jump just at 16 minutes to start the TTT. So with 4-minute intervals, yeah, that's going to be long. I'll probably watch this event this afternoon myself. So I'm not going to try to see what happens. Just because I want to get I want to get that stuff mailed out. And I want to... Monte Castelli Pisano, the medieval features the Torre del something or other, the ancient Etruscan. There's a tomb here. Okay, guys, I'm trying to just read this down for you a little bit. There's some ancient tomb here at the top of this castle, situated right on a little hillock. Ziggy is awake upstairs. Good old Zigster. 43.4 Ks to go, guys. Aaron saying, teaching kids sine, cosine, and tangent proper pronunciation for the calculator is an annual headbanging moment. Sounds like a concert, dude. Don saying, I agree. I have met Steve and PJ from Trickster. I remember that group. They're from New Jersey, and when they are home from tour, they play local venues, promoting local bands, trying to break into the industry. Yeah, like, dudes, we saw the Headpins play one year quite a few years ago. It might have been that same Honeymoon Suite concert years ago. Like 2019. Wow, where did the time go, guys? And so afterwards, we were like thrashed, right? I was like, we got to get back to the hotel room before we do something stupid out in public. That's me included, guys, when I'm on a heater. The Headpins went and there's a little there's a little pub inside there, a little bar. It's an open air, and they have a raised stage that's above the bar. And the Headpins went up there and played more music that night. And the Headpins are a really good band. You wouldn't know them if you're from outside of Canada. They got a really great singer. Her name's Kat, who replaced the legendary Darby Mills, the original singer of the Headpins. Aaron saying the best impromptu concert experience was a Phil Smith masterclass. Oh, trumpet. Okay, I don't know a lot about that. Don't know a lot about the trumpet playing. Donson, 8% grading is nice. I would like to get out of the saddle for that one. Drew saying hi to Travels. When I lived in Geneva Canton, I guess, Okay, more wine. Soleil Rouge. The Spanish wine bar. The Spanish wine bar. Okay, dudes, let me sip on the coffee here. I should have eaten more. I'm starving. And just loading this coffee in makes it worse. So yeah, we'll do this, guys, and then I'm going to bolt, get my paperwork done. I might even do it at the office today. Groceries, ship all that stuff off, get home. I got to have a workout. Rinse and repeat. Another day happens. That's it. The last rider who claimed back-to-back stage wins at Tirreno-Adriatico was Jonas Vingegaard at Valle Castellana and Monte Petrano in 2024. Back-to-back stage winner. Now remember, Jonas is over at... Is Jonas at Paris-Nice? Where? I don't even know where Jonas is. He's not here. No, Jonas isn't here. Jonas is not here. Let's have a look. Jonas is at Paris-Nice. No, he's not. Yeah, he is. He's at Paris-Nice. I didn't even see him yesterday. We did not even see him yesterday. I don't really remember it. Too many races going on. Too many of the same color team guys. So they're not underway yet. Looking at the team time trial, we got a couple little lumps after 5 kilometers. Got a small uphill here. And then kind of a little bit more of one at the end. It looks like they're actually going to climb about 100 meters up this climb here. From kilometer 15 out to kilometer 20. So there is a bit of a gradient here. 23.5. And I love the team time trial. I love it. I love watching the riders out there. Big team time trials. Nothing better than that. Back to Tirreno-Adriatico. 40.8 Ks to go here. Aaron, stupid things in public would make a good band name. Dude, we've done that so many times, doing stupid things in public. Drew played trumpet 4th grade straight through 8th grade. Love it. Dude, so we still have our 4 riders up front. They're still just dangling. 5-second lead right now. Manuel Torozzi, John Boo, Alessandro Iacci, and Diego Pablo Sevilla here for these. They all ride for Pro Series teams. No World Tour teams in the front here, guys. Remember, this is a World Tour race, meaning all 18 of the World Tour teams have to be here. They have to represent at this race. Same thing's going on at Paris-Nice. They have to represent at that race for their World Tour license. Fishboy is coasting southwards towards Nice. Yeah, that's where Jonas is. I did just double check that. The Fishboy, the fishmonger. Kitchen remodeler. I don't like that coffee at all. It's not a good one, guys. Not a good one. Third of the day here. Trying to get motivated, get focused again. Dudes, we've done it all today. We've done cycling. We've done dog mushing talk. We've done math theorems. Now we're on to wines, olive oils, and trumpets. Oh, and baseball. We've done baseball too. Okay, so for all you baseball pros, Aaron, Drew, Don, what is the site for the best baseball league stats? That's what I'm thinking about right now. I need stats. Flocky's here, late to the party, dudes, and can't stay long. Is there a TTT in the Tour de France this year? Good question, dude. I don't know. I don't know. I really hope so. And I hope it's a long one, but it won't be. Aaron had a scholarship for music performance and getting into undergrad. Nice job, Aaron. Dave saying STIP, first single cover of Because I Got... Oh, hi. Interesting. Doing weird things in public. Doing stupid things in public. The attackers are now caught, guys. They've been caught at the base of the next climb. And again, guys, this is uncategorized here. Uncategorized here. Let's watch the speed. We're 38 kilometers from the finish. Once I get speeds, I'll kind of be able to figure out how steep this baby is. Looks like they just backed us up a little bit. I'm not sure what happened there. Movistar rider here. Oh, this looks like Nairo. It's Nairo Quintana. Is it Nairo? Sure looks like him. Nairo Quintana. It is Quintana. He was taking off his arm warmers. What is the weather like out on course right now? Narrow roads here too, guys. So Tirreno-Adriatico. Not super warm. 18 degrees Celsius. What's that? 65 Fahrenheit maybe? Yeah, Ghana riding fourth wheel right now. 3 rider teammates ahead of him. Decathlon situated in the middle of the road. UAE riding on the far right-hand side of the road as I look at them from the motorbike here. Moving about 30 kilometers an hour, so speeds are dropping here. This is a serious climb, guys. I got to think this is 5-6% gradient here. When they get under 20% gradient, they're really starting to bog down. So they're still moving pretty good here climbing. So they're climbing at a speed that most of us probably ride at on a good day. That's how good these guys are. Aaron saying music and math are surprisingly connected. Dave, I'm stuck on 2 donuts. I can't even say the rest. Aaron saying baseball savant is pretty good. Okay, dude, I'm going to remember that. Baseball savant. Colin, remember that. Dial it in. Fangraphs also pretty good. I think I might have seen Fangraphs. I've used both baseball savant and Fangraphs for betting. Okay, dude, I'm going to take a look at that. I just want it to be like where I can pull up players. I can pull up, anyone's picture, their stats. They're kind of like this. I want to have like a start list for each team. I want to see the batting order. I want to be able to like dig into all their stats during the events and kind of just a little bit of something extra. That's what I'm hoping. And I think with Sportsnet, that's what we use in Canada here. There's enough games on there. Like there's tons of games. There's a game today. There's a Blue Jays game today, I think at 1 o'clock. I think they're in Atlanta today, and I think tomorrow. Or I think Atlanta's in Toronto today. Dave might know. And then I think the next day, Toronto goes to the Yankees. So maybe I might take a look at that. I might watch it. Dave, I've won nothing. Oh, Dave, I get it. Dave, I get it. Dave talking about rimming. Guys, in Canada, at Tim Hortons, that's our coffee shop. The #1 coffee shop in Canada. Tim Hortons, former hockey player. There's a Tim Hortons in every little town. They're on every corner. You roll up the rim to win. So you take your cup and you roll up the rim. He's rimming that up, and there's a prize. So Dave says he's only won 2 donuts, I think. I think that's what he's won. Dude, I've won nothing. Aaron says, read a book called Trading Bases a few years ago about building a math stat problem model to predict over-under yearly totals. Okay, that sounds like a deep book. I was going to say I'd read it too, but probably not going to do that now. That sounds way too deep for me. What's the best baseball book, guys? What is the baseball book to read or listen to? Roll up the rim to win. Yes, Dave. Cassidy Arrington, 4572. Go Braves, lol. Atlanta here. Dude, I'm pretty sure Toronto plays the Yankees on. I'm pretty sure it said Atlanta was in Toronto. Dude, this is me on Sportsnet yesterday upstairs in the Joey Jojo's White Palace. We have Sportsnet. We don't use it enough. We ended up watching stupid crap on Netflix or Prime instead of watching just some solid sports. So I'm going to start watching more sports myself. So Cassidy, I'm pretty sure Cassidy's been here before too. I'm positive Cassidy's been here. Probably during the Tour de France last year. Is that right, Cassidy? I'm pretty sure Cassidy was here last year during the Tour de France and is back finally making the return to Inside Cycling World. 35.1 kilometers to go, guys. We've been racing already for 4 hours and 6 minutes. Average speed, 41.6k an hour. Imagine doing that, guys. My rides outside, I'm barely touching 31, 32k an hour for like an hour and a bit. And these guys have been climbing too. So remember, guys, they are on an uncategorized climb here. If you look at the detail profile, it's super lumpy here. It's going to start taking off pretty soon, this race. Sprint teams will be coming to the front, and GC teams today, guys. Remember, we got a little bit of gravel at the end. I think we're going to be riding about probably 2, maybe 3 kilometers of gravel at the end there. Hasn't really shown that sector yet. You can just see it on the profile at the top. And Aaron saying team success highly dependent on bullpen efficiency, which is the most variable and unstable skill group of a team. It's kind of like putting stats in golf. Yeah, guys, I love watching the bullpen. Like when we were at the Rockies game, we had a shot where we could look right across at the bullpen. And you know, I'm pretty new to baseball, but I love it. We love watching it. Joey's even newer to it. Just taking all the little intricacies of what's going on in the background. And even crazier is how many pitchers they can go through in a game. Like watching that, the World Series run last year, like teams just plowing through pitchers. Spring training, too many split squad games. Aaron's saying best baseball book depends what you want. Yeah, dude, just throw me some suggestions. I've got some Audible credits I need to use up. Monteguidi, little small town we're going past right now. It's a well-preserved Tuscan medieval village with an elongated layout and 2 gates. Featured in Carlo Casasola's novel La Ragazza de Bubi in 1960, and its 1963 film adaptation by Luigi Comencini. That's my favorite movie and favorite book of all time. Not really, but I have no idea what that's about. Cassidy, yes, Cassidy. Okay. See, Cassidy, the memory dialed in. I was telling someone yesterday, they said, you probably have an old memory because you're old, Colin. And I'm like, dude, my memory's my best feature. Most of the time. Dave, yep, Jays can play Yankees and Braves at the same time. Okay. Aaron, you know your sport is data rich when the field is called cybernetics dedicated to it. Bill James, the father of that field, he probably has a book. Okay, there's a lot of weird talk going on. These weird books from the 70s. I'm talking about weird books from the movies from the 60s. Small, strange towns in Italy here. Wow, big power here. Primus. Yeah, they're just showing the average speeds. 40.6k an hour in the average, in the fourth hour of the race. Connor Swift putting out lots of power. His average power in the last hour was 310 watts. Connor Swift probably doing a lot of pulling for the Ineos Grenadiers on the front there. Let's take a look at him. Take a look at Connor Swift. Here he is. So probably pushing a lot of power. Big dude, 30 years old, 1.9 meters tall, from Great Britain. They've been doing a lot of pulling on the front. He's pushing 310 watts. Just to balance that out a little bit, it showed Primos. He's only pushed 210 watts, hiding in the peloton. Conserving energy right now. Not their job to be up front right now. And we are getting a good look at one of the up. Is this Jasper? It is Jasper Philipson. Looks like he's riding solo right now. Jasper, come on, bro. Get on board. He's in the team cars. Okay, we're having a nice little look at the fields here. This must be all grape growing country right here. Probably, it's probably a really busy time of year for them. This must be the start right here. Getting ready. We have snow on the ground, more snow, more snow, more snow. I have a small creek that runs once per year, an ephemeral creek out in front of my property. There's actually a bridge there too, guys. So it's actually a real little creek. The whole little basin where it's kind of switched back around in there is complete. It's getting full. It's getting really full right now. I haven't seen that in quite a few years here. It's all these late season snows. Pitcher in game turnover used to be worse. Really? So it used to be worse. They introduced the Tony La Russa 3-batter rule a few years ago to speed up the games. I think it was during one of the Dodgers Blue Jay games. I think it was the Dodgers that went through like 11 or 12 pitchers. I had no idea it would be that much. None. But I quickly learned how tired these guys get. How many pitches they've thrown. And I learned too during, especially the Blue Jays and the Dodgers, how good it is to drag out the first couple of innings as long as you can to wear out the opposing pitcher. If you can get them to throw like a lot of foul balls, you can really wear them out early. Yeah, Tom, nice one, Tom. Colin has a photographic memory, but he ran out of film years ago. Someone actually did say I have a photographic memory. One of my Xbox buddies. He goes, dude, you remember everything, don't you? I go, I do. I can tell you the smell that was in the air of a trip we went on years ago. I can tell you the people we met in what location on that trip. Just, I don't know if that's what you call a photographic memory, but it's just burned into my memory. Okay, more baseball talk. Aaron say maybe the winner of the race or a different category of winner should be the rider with the most power output on average, not hiding the peloton. Yeah, dude. Like right now, you can see there's 100 watts difference between Connor Swift and Primoz. One's lurking in the peloton, one's sitting on the front doing all the work. Dave, lol Tom, actually they stopped making the film for my brain. So Dave's lost it already. Aaron, Ephemeral Creek talk now. Who is getting geeky? Yeah, dude, it flows once per year. It's an Ephemeral Creek, guys. 1 year, almost the entire little basin down there is full. Like the water must have been like 5-6 feet deep. Lately, not so much, but now it's really getting recharged now. All the farmers should be really happy with this late season snow. Dave saying Mike Hargrave, the human rain delay in Cleveland, had so much equipment to adjust when at bat. Gadoosh. Yes, thanks, Don. Gadoosh. We haven't had that yet today. Great nickname for Hargrave. I'll have to catch up with who all these guys are. Riders with the best, worst results in all 7 major tours. Okay, so here they are. Tirreno-Adriatico is one of them. Paris-Nice, Catalonia, the Basque Country, Tour of Romandy, the Dauphiné, Tour de Suisse. That's them all. And it looks like Richie Porte won 4 Tirreno-Adriaticos. Is that right? That's kind of what I'm seeing here, guys. If you look over at the stats here. Oh, no, that's probably got to be your appearances, maybe. Because Michael Rogers, he wouldn't have won 6 Tirreno-Adriaticos. Maybe appearances. Oh, that's how well they placed. That's how well they placed. So Richie's highest appearance at Tirreno-Adriatico was 4th. He won Paris-Nice, won Catalonia. Let's take a look and see if we can confirm that. Yep, he won Paris-Nice twice. He won Catalonia, so that makes sense now. He won the Tour de Suisse twice. Wow, Richie Porte in his day, he was really good. Adam Yates has never won Tirreno-Adriatico, never won Paris-Nice, won Catalonia, won Romandy, won the Tour de Suisse. Wow, I love stats like this. Now, guys, you see why I'm going to like baseball so much? 30 kilometers to go, guys. Dave saying Hargrave could face 3 pitches that would take 20 minutes. Dude, I love the little things they do when they come to bat. Like, you start learning, it's so habitual to them. Like, they have little things they do that they probably don't need to do. But it's just how they've learned how to swing the bat, how they prep for the ball. They do say the hardest thing to do in any single given sport, and I don't know how they define this, is to hit a fastball. I read that somewhere years ago. Okay, so it's not the same as winning the Tour de France, but it's pretty easy to turn your pedal over. It's pretty hard to hit a fastball. I guess that's what they're saying. Are the Tigris and the Euphrates in current day Iraq ephemeral? Dude, I'd have to take a look at that. I don't know if they dry out and... Dude, I wouldn't say they were ephemeral, but I'm not sure. Kelmy Day, hope I can climb well enough not to embarrass the jersey. Oh, Dave's heading out in the Kelmy jersey. That's an old one. The last X amount of kilometers are uphill, plus with gravel. Are we thinking any GC riders want to start their quest today? Dude, I think we're going to see it happen. We do have one more little climb coming up. It is the Casole de Elsa, 2.1 kilometers at 6%. I can see someone launching here. Launch here, and then it's a long downhill run for, looks like about 15 kilometers before the gravel sector. Race is on really now, guys. It's really on now. Ineos Grenadiers at the front. May have to take one last nature break here. You kind of know when you know, right? You know. If you know, you know. Aaron saying slow baseball players are the worst. In baseball heydays of the 20 to 61, the average game was close to 2 hours and 10 minutes. And when they made the 3-batter and time clock change, it was up to 3.5 hours. Wow. Worse in the playoffs. Mr. Palmares, never chosen for a race team, never raced UCI race, never been to Paris, France, rode through Paris, Ontario. Yeah, guys, there is a Paris in Ontario. Kelmy was a green and blue kit. Yeah, I think so. I think they were like green, a lightish blue maybe, and a white, primarily. Methinks. Ineos doing all the work, guys. Filippo sitting fourth on wheel, just in his aerodynamic position. Big dude, so aero though. Jack Haig pushing the front now. They're working hard, dudes. This is no joke here right now. This is not just noodling along. 64k an hour here, and this looks relatively flat in this sector. Maybe slightly downhill. Yeah, smashing it. This might be Jorgensen coming up here too. Trying to get a look at his number. There's a couple of Visma Lease bike riders right there. Yeah, so it's Filippo and Timon riding back to back here. One in the blue jersey, one in this purplish looking jersey. Decathlon moving up next with 3-4 riders there. Yeah, 4 riders there for them. Bobbering Victoria's coming up. Ganna matches Moser. Filippo Ganna won his 5th stage at the Tirreno-Adriatico, all of them being TTs. Identical Palmares of Francisco Moser, who won 5 TTs. They were all prologues, though. Moser did this race from 79 to 86. They share 6th all-time spot for stage wins at Tirreno-Adriatico. Flying along, they take a bend, uphill again, guys. Now they're climbing uphill. Visma Lease bike and Ineos Grenadier side by side. Dudes, I'm going to take a quick bolt here. I'll be right back. Do this as quick as I can. And dudes, we're back. I was just thinking to myself, I don't even have a baseball jersey to wear. So guys, I got to get some baseball shirts ordered up here right away. I need some stuff to wear as I'm doing my commentary. Aaron's asking, who was the best Kelmy rider of memory? I feel they had a top 10. Dude, I think so too. I think there was a dude out of Colombia or something who rode for Kelmy during probably like the Lucho Herrera days. I think Kelmy was still big, I think they were big in the 90s from what I remember, Kelmy. Maybe someone else can remember here and we'll talk about that. Drew saying, yes, I have a cool weather Kelmy short sleeve jersey from the 90s. Empty 420's asking, Dave, which is best, Paris, Ontario, or Paris, France? There's a Paris in Virginia as well. I did not know that. Horses for courses. Drew saying Colin needs a pee bottle behind the camera. Yeah, I always say I'm going to put like a holding screen up or something like that. But to be honest, guys, like Jack Haig slowly drifting back through the team cars. Gets a quick little sticky bottle there. That looked like a good one. Oh, quick gel. Yeah, he really needed that gel. He just grabs gel, puts it in his pocket. Didn't need it at all. He just wanted to have the gel. He wanted that sticky gel. Yeah, dudes, like I jump off here and then I start my day and then I forget to do all the stuff I've talked about. like making holding screens. I know Joey Jojo just gave me trouble a couple days ago. I was showing her the stream because she hasn't really paid attention to it lately. And I told her about the baseball thing. She was, really? You're going to do that? And I said, yeah. I said, I love it. And she goes, why don't you have new thumbnails and stuff for all these races? And I'm like, you know. Because, dudes, Joey used to do all that. I'm just not. I got other stuff to do. I just talk. I need like a support crew is what I need. So ideally what I should be doing is having like a different thumbnail for every race series. Right? Okay, so that's nothing too important. Yeah, so if I had a different thumbnail for Tirreno-Adriatico, if I had a different thumbnail for Paris-Nice, when I'm doing individual races, you know, all my goofy stuff, then I just put stage 1 on, stage 2, stage 3, that's simple. But right now I'm just using that crap. I don't even know where that one came from. I think it was a header or something that Joey made a long time ago, and I've just been using it for every race commentary I do because I don't know what else to do right now. Aaron saying, I feel like that Kelme kit was in the same color palette as Floyd Landis' 2016 Phonak, except they were green and yellow, that's right. Dave saying Fernando Escartin. Oh, okay. The Mennonites, he's talking about Paris, Ontario. The Mennonites buggies are cool in that area. Also, best place to see a working steam engine. Yeah, it's so crazy, dudes, like with Mennonites and stuff like that. So, like we have Mennonites here. The town that's close to me, Linden, in the east. So, guys, I'm like, ooh, some nice corners here, guys. Some nice corners coming down. 22.9 Ks to go. Grenadiers on the front. I'm like equidistance between 3 towns. Didsbury, where Joey works. Carstairs, just another small town. And Linden on the other side of us. I can kind of go to any 3 towns. Linden has nothing. It's a Mennonite town. They say 60% of the people that live there are Mennonites. Ooh, yeah, sketchy on that corner for the International Grenadier rider going around. I think he locked his wheel up just slightly. But no horse and buggy for these Mennonites. But 2 distinct classes of Mennonites. Some walking around, it's like, yo, dude, don't even know who they are. Other ones walking around, the men, you couldn't tell, but the women all have the little hair covering on the back and the long dresses. But they'll be jumping out of a Cadillac Escalade. That's what they drive to town in. There's no horse and buggy, but they have a distinct dress style. So they're just a little bit more conservative, I think. Mennonite talk. Dudes, we've covered everything you can discuss here today on the channel. Is the pee bottle the same as a bidon? It would work perfectly. It would work perfectly. Famous former riders included Alejandro Valverde for Kelme? I didn't know that. Roberto Heras, okay. Gonzalez, Oscar Sevilla, Angel Casero, and Fernando Escartin. Okay, I'm thinking of someone totally different than... yeah, I'll have to remember that name. Dave's saying the Mennonites so far ahead of... Yeah, just use your horse and your horse knows the way home, not in a smart car. Aaron, oh yeah, Harris left United States Postal to be a leader on Kelme in about 2004. I think he finished 5th in Tour de France one year. Yeah, I can't remember the name I'm trying to think of. I'll remember it. I swear he was like a Colombian dude. We got Grenadiers on the right-hand side of the road. Visma Lisa Bike on the left-hand side. 2 distinct chains here. Trains. EF Education and Alpecin Premier Tech sitting right in with the Grenadier boys. Lots of head movement here. Everyone's looking around, just checking things out, making sure they know where their teammates are. Lotto is coming up as well, guys. Let's take a look at Lotto for a second. What's Lotto got planned here? Arnaud Delis, Hubarts. We've lost Lennart Eatveld. Did not start stage 2. I just noticed that. Let's have a quick look and see if we've lost any other riders here. Okay, so we've lost Lennart Eatveld. Remember, Oded Kudu crashed yesterday in the time trial. He is still here. He didn't crash that hard, actually. But you never know with the crash what's going to happen. Looks like everyone else has full teams. Uno X moving out there. NSN getting ready to pounce here, too. Yeah, they have Oded Kugut here. Corbin Strong's a great rider. Just under 20 Ks, guys. Oh, yeah, dude, here's so cool. Historical event 22 kilometers from the location where the front of the race currently is, okay? And one of the most memorable editions of Strade Bianche in recent history, an unexpected incident occurred as one of the riders encountered an unusual mishap. Dude, I just saw this replay a couple days ago. Amidst the challenging ascent of Via Santa Caterina during the 2018 race, Wout van Aert battled debilitating leg cramps in the final stretch. Yeah, just before reaching the summit of Via Santa Caterina in Siena, Van Aert succumbed to cramps and toppled off his bike, grappling to regain composure and resume the journey towards the finish line to finish the race in third place. Guys, do you remember that? He was in a bluish jersey, blue kit. His legs were so cramped up, he could barely step back onto the bike. Good thing is he ended up winning the Strade Bianche. But yeah, it's such a cool imagery. Maybe try to find that. So it's the 2018 Strade Bianche. Maybe you can find it on YouTube somewhere. At least that clip. Hopefully you guys remember that. Okay. Yeah, the beat on wide mouth is key. Wider the better. Wider the better, Drew. Empty Saint Delis was dropped already. Yeah, they're going to be going for someone else there. Dave Sain was in Kitchener-Waterloo for a cycling event. A friend was passing a buggy, went to wave. Dude was sound asleep as the horse trotted along. Seriously? Aaron's asking, Delis dropped? Yeah, dude, I haven't really seen who's been dropped. They're not really showing much of the rest of the race. It's just the peloton. So I haven't seen who's been dropped really unless I've caught it on camera myself. Dude, for some reason my brain there, just Dave talking about cycling events. This year, World Championships, Montreal, I'm planning on being there. Like I have a very, very strong plan to be there. Unless something dramatic happens in my life, then I won't be there. What could that be? I don't know. I'm just not dropping any hints, just saying. The profile of the final 10 kilometers, we're getting to it, guys. Yeah, we got a little bit of 7%, some 4%. Back down. False flatty, 1%. The last kilometer, though, does kick up to 8% gradients. So this is going to be tough for the pure sprinters. Could be a Wout van Aert day, guys. Someone asked earlier, can Wout podium? He can podium today. This is his kind of finish. Strong, hard man's finish. Not a tier 1 sprinter, but still a very, very fast sprinter, strong guy. Arnaud Delis back at the team cars. Dudes, he's just trying to get back on with the peloton now. Sneaks in behind the team car. He's struggling right now. But realistically, he's only about 100 meters back from the peloton. So maybe he's been battling his way back up. It's the first time I've seen him today. Average speed 41.8 an hour right now on screen. Been going for 4.5 hours. We've got 17 kilometers to go, guys. No one said Milan-San Remo is their favorite. Maybe because we can never see the whole thing in Anglo countries. Dude, I'm going to check and see what I get to see this year. It is on Flow Bikes. Okay, Empty saying it was on camera. They showed some dropped riders, which included Delis. I did see Philipsen, I just didn't see Delis, man. I was probably too busy chatting here. Philipsen also dropped, but he just let go to conserve energy for another stage. 2018 is BP before Poggy. That's right, dude. I like that. BP. Aaron saying Wout is definitely headed to the what could have been pile of cyclists that perhaps did not optimize his talents with all those injuries. Jano is the guy today for Lotto Soudal. Okay, Empty's got some good info for us here, so let's take a look over at Lotto Soudal. Jano Berkmoes. I can never struggle. I struggle with his name too. 25 years old. He's from Ghent in Belgium. You like that? Ghent. He's the guy today. GC rider, good on the hills. Not much of a sprint, but he's going to use the hill to his advantage. And the roads are absolutely soaking wet here, guys. Now I'm noticing this now. The roads are very wet here. Dogs. Okay, dogs are quiet. Very good. I just heard Joey yelling at them. Grenadiers, EF, Alpecin Premier Tech. There's Thibaut Del Grosso right there. That has to be him. with Mathieu van der Poel right behind him. Mathieu just wiping some moisture off his glasses. NSN Cycling, Uno X, and I'm assuming Visma and UAE are on this side. Having a look. Okay, we went to bounce to the back. Arnaud Delis back on the very back end of the peloton right now. Roads are Sketchville, guys. Standing water, that white line, get off it, dude. You stand and ride, just riding on that white line. I don't like that at all. Isaac Del Toro, surrounded by his teammates. He's 10th in the standings right now, 36 seconds down. One of these big hill days, guys, he's going to take all that time back from Ghana. Roadie Colin covers road race in Montreal and tries to avoid road rash as he rode from Didsbury. Yeah, dude, I'm looking forward to going to that. It's not hard for me to get there. And, dude, I just got to go. I got to go. And I'm not sure really how I'm going to do it. Maybe I'll do some broadcasts. You know, maybe I'll do some video broadcasts about the race, like kind of live like this, but like from a hotel room. But I'm also going to be on course for the whole thing. And I'll do some like recaps later, just talk about the race. Just a live stream chit chat about the race and give you the vibe and the flair of Montreal. Riders trying to get rain jackets back on now. Remember, it's not super warm here. It said, I think, 17, 18 degrees. With that rain, it's going to be considerably cooler now. We got under 15Ks to go, guys. Yeah, Dawn saying here it's bang bang time. Drew saying, if I came to Montreal in September for the race, it would be my second race ever in Quebec. The 1990 Road World Championships in rain was crazy. Drew, what do you think of Montreal? Drew, you got married there, didn't you? Or you got divorced? Guys, personal detail here for Drew Zenmud. I think Drew said he got married. Yeah, I can't remember. Maybe that was the divorce trip, Drew. Who loves a good divorce, guys? Ghent, yeah, Hent. Aaron saying, just turned on the TTT. Looks very green in this part of France. Ooh, let's take a look. We're just going to take a look at Paris-Nice here and see what's going on. Two teams are out there. Team Picnic Post NL and Team Jaco Alula. Jaco Alula, 29 seconds faster than Team Picnic at the intermediate checkpoint there at Saint Laurent Abbé. Okay, guys, I'm going to probably watch that entire event later. I'll replay the whole thing on Flow Bikes. I'm just looking at the time here. Yeah, it's 8:34. By the time we're done here, by the time I get to Olds, it's going to be 9:30, 10. I want to get that paperwork done because the bank needs it. It's not a rush, but the bank needs it. Yes, Road to Sketchville album cover with cyclists. Dude, I love it. I love it so much. Yeah, Bang Bang Shrimp that should be on the lunch menu today. I'm absolutely starving, guys. Dave, tequila shots on St. Catherine's Street planned. Yeah, St. Catherine Street, that is the place to be in Montreal. There's two main streets, restaurants. So much activity at night. The last time I was there was, I think I was there in 2013, maybe 2014. We went for the Formula One. Stayed right downtown. We stayed in a hotel with who would have been Williams at the time. Yeah, dude, here's my story. I'm always up early, always. Buddies sleep in. I'm downstairs hanging out by myself, just bored to death, drinking a coffee. There's a little lounge area way in the back of the lobby of this hotel. I think it was a Novotel hotel. I think that's what they call them. And I was sitting down by myself. Colin drank too much coffee, had to have a nature break, got up and left, came back. Williams, team driver, whoever it was at the time, was doing an interview on camera exactly where I was sitting. I warmed the seat up for him. I'm that close in appearance and stature to being a Formula One driver that they thought this is the spot to be in. Aaron saying would be great to have a bro pod with Dave in Montreal. Dude, it'd be fantastic. Dudes, wherever you guys are, I don't care where you dudes are in the world. If I get there, I'd love to meet up with anyone that follows me here on Inside Cycling World. I would love it. Whether that be Toronto, Montreal, somewhere in the States for a concert. I think I'm going to do a lot more traveling for concerts this year. Visma just hit the course. Come on, Jonas. So, guys, that we're talking about Paris-Nice over there. They should have a pretty good time trial. Actually, why don't we look at that here? It's getting hot and heavy here over at Tirreno-Adriatico, 12 kilometers to go. So Paris-Nice right now. We'll look at the start list here. Yeah, there's Team Visma. I don't really want to watch this. So Jonas, Eduardo Raffini, he's a great time trialist. Look at his, he's all time trial guys. 1.9 meters tall. We know Jonas can time trial. Bruno Amaral has a good time trial. Check that out. Look at his standings. 1.9 meters tall. Campenarts, well, we already know who that is. Shorter rider, but incredible time trialist. Kelderman, I think he's taller as well. 1.85 meters tall. Reasonable TT results. And et al. So I'm just going to say that I think they're going to win the time trial. Just going to say it right now and prove me wrong. That's okay. Let's get back to Tirreno-Adriatico. By the time this is done, we could be wrapping this up before 9 and I can be out the door 5 minutes later. Whoo. Drew saying the honeymoon was in Montreal and Quebec City and Bay St. Catherine. Married in Beaver Creek, Colorado. Oh, it was the honeymoon. The honeymoon was in Montreal. So Drew got Drew. I hate to bring back these memories. Whether crash, we got a crash, guys. I saw a lightish green bluey jersey. I think it was an Astana rider. Let's see if I called it before PCS does. I only saw one rider go down, and it's because of the rain, guys. Sketchville, Filippo Ganna leading them down here through these corners. Sitting right on the front. Waiting for the camera to go back there. So we're under the 10-kilometer barrier right now. Looks like we have a lot of... Yeah, it is an Astana rider. See, man, that's how fast I am. It's number 21. It's Martin Marsulusi. Sorry, dudes, it's Bardiani. Kind of the same color. I'm sorry. I screwed that one up. Here's the replay. Going around a right-hand bend, I think he's going to fly right off the road. Yep, he flew right off the road. Man, he hit hard. His bike got thrashed. Yeah, so... Oh, there's his bike bouncing around. Oh, that guy went far, man. He's going to be sore. He's holding his head in his hands. His helmet's on the ground. Wow, I hope that dude's okay. I was kind of laughing about it. Yeah, so this color here in the wet kind of reminded me of this color here. A little bit, right? Come on, guys. Someone say, yeah, I can see it, Colin. Don't ridicule me. Or you could if you wanted. I'm okay. I'm a big boy. I've been through hell, so I'm okay. I can take it. So, yeah, Drew had a honeymoon there. Back to Drew's stories. And then got divorced. Divorce celebration in 1996 Montreal with the Cranberries concert. So Drew lasted a solid 6 years of marriage. Who here has had the shortest marriage? Let's throw that out there. Dude, I didn't do a poll. I didn't do a poll again. I'm sorry. We could have done a divorce poll. Who here has been divorced? When is the Moscow meetup? What's the Moscow? What's Moscow? Aaron saying, maybe I need a trip to Montreal now, but I'm not sure how Americans are persona non grata now with our current... Dude, Canadians love Americans. Come on, bro. Cranberries were great. Rest in peace, Dolores. Yeah, exactly, dude. I think that was another lady that suffered with extreme depression, I think it was. I think that's how she died. I think it was suicide. I hate to say that on screen here. Does Montreal still have bring your own wine restaurants? Dude, they do. They did when I was there in 2013. You could bring your own wine bottles and they would charge you an uncorking fee. Okay, I don't know Prince Andrew Street. And are they renaming the Mountbatten Windsor Street? Yeah, possibly. Maybe they should. Cranberries always make me think of the Gin Blossoms as they came around around the same time. Dude, wasn't that the whole Stone Temple Pilots, grunge time, garbage, hole, all that kind of stuff? Taking the last train to Sketchville. Aaron, lucky day. I guess you were due that. You probably told him your divorce news and he was a good dude. Okay, you probably told him and he was a good dude. Okay, I missed that part. Moscow. Is there a Moscow meetup? Is there a Moscow meetup? Who is from Moscow here? Empty, are you from Moscow? I saw a Moscow meetup. Dude, you know what's crazy? Guys, you know I love YouTube. I'm a YouTube premium member. I watch YouTube probably 90% of the stuff I watch. Just watching a lotto guy just slowly just drift right down through the peloton here. Uno X and Visma getting to the front here. Where is... Okay, there's... Ooh, super sharp left-hand bend here from one road surface to another onto that really, really dark looking... So it looks like it's been freshly paved here. This could be oily here. They're hitting the gravel segment now, guys. On to the right white road sector. We are on Strada Bianchi type roads. This looks like Julian Alaphilippe on the front, guys. Julian Alaphilippe on the front. PCS, come on, bros, catch up. I think it's him. I'm looking for a little bit of a greasy mustache here. Yep, and I can see world champion bands right here, just barely on his jersey from the helicopter angle. It is Julian Alaphilippe. PCS, come on, you need to hire me. Uh-huh. Anytime now, PCS. Let's go, bros. Flow Bikes has it as Julian on screen. Mathieu van der Poel sitting on his wheel. Bang, bang, time, engage, guys. The big man has came to the front. Get ready for a quick 1,000 watts for a minute straight here. Let's go. We got a Red Bull rider coming up, taking the lead. And a Visma rider here. Okay, just having a good look. It's Giulio Palazzari comes to the front. Guys, I love this dude. Love this dude. He's the future of Red Bull right here. We got Florian. We got Giulio. We got Remco. We know that. This guy looks like he can really climb. 7% gradient here on the white roads. White roads that are wet, too. I think they're kind of lucky that it didn't rain more, but they are getting muddy already. Getting muddy already. Mathieu van der Poel on the front, 200 kilometers done, guys. We're currently 4 hours and 44 minutes into the race. We have 5.7 kilometers to go. And the man on the front. The man. Do we have Moscow members here? Dave saying you could bring your own wine to any restaurant. Didn't know that. Oh, it's Dutch for Moscow. Yes, there is a Moscow, Idaho. 3 riders in the front. It's Mathieu van der Poel, Matteo Jorgensen, and Isaac Del Toro. Come on, Isaac. Let's see what you can do against the man. Matteo Jorgensen crashes and impedes Isaac Del Toro just for a second. Isaac Del Toro did good not to go down. 12% gradient here now. Mathieu van der Poel, they're probably screaming in his ears, go, go, go. He's out of the saddle now as I say that. I can see Isaac Del Toro in the distance, and the Red Bull rider, Giulio Palazzari. Matteo just had his front wheel slide out from under him. It's not that wet. It's just damp here. You could see the gravel being kicked up. So still kind of like, if it was really wet, it would be sticky. It's still powdery in places. Release the hounds, exactly. Mathieu van der Poel has just a couple second lead here over Isaac Del Toro. I got to say this is more Mathieu's territory, but I mean, Isaac Del Toro can climb. It's an 8% gradient, and we still have 5.5 kilometers to go. Palazzari just sitting about 20 meters back behind Del Toro. Yeah, MVDP saw gravel and said, here, hold my beer. The gap seems to be widening from empty 420. Wet White Roads, the Beatles' lost album, exactly. Either on YouTube or Tubi, and one of them was a documentary on it. Okay, yeah. This is what he does best. I'm going to see if he can pull him back at all. Looks like the gap is the same. Palazzari's pulling Del Toro back. This guy is the future as well of cycling here. Palazzari for Bora Hansgrohe. Pulling back Del Toro right now. They're on a 5% gradient. I'd say the gap between Mathieu and Isaac is sitting about the same. Now, there is little ups and downs here too, guys. We're about just under halfway through the gravel sector. Peloton coming fast, though, guys. Peloton is coming fast. There are team cars on course here with spare wheels to pass out. Under the 5-kilometer barrier on Flow Bikes. I know it's saying 4.4 there. I am live. Let's check. Colin, are we live? We are live. Filippo Ganna pushing hard right now to the front. Looks like we got about a 200-meter difference between PCS and Flow Bikes. Ganna pushing hard. He wants to keep his jersey as long as he can. Del Toro is chasing Mathieu van der Poel for Alpecin Premier Tech. Damp is so much worse. Anything greasy is so slick. Lawrence Rex. Yeah, dude, he's another guy. He's another guy to watch for. Rex. The big return of Rex, I think is what he's saying here. Guys, they're all back together at the front of the race. Del Toro and Pellizzari have bridged up to Mathieu van der Poel. This is going to be so good. It does get quite steep at the end, guys. Mathieu's going to jump on the back here. Actually, he wedges himself right in the middle. Just jumps on Del Toro's wheel. Wonder why. Let's just jump out for a second here, guys. Let's look at Red Bull. Primoz gets the number 1 position. Pellizzari gets the number 5. I mean, I think everyone knows that Pellizzari's probably their GC guy. But, interesting. Del Toro's going now, guys. Del Toro, as I looked away, Del Toro attacked. Let me just go back here. I want to see where he attacks here around this corner. Ooh, Del Toro has a step out. Mathieu has to put his foot down. It's extremely slick on that corner. Pellizzari had to fight it as well. Mathieu can't get his foot in. Del Toro accelerates. Mathieu drops a gear. He's got to work his way back now. And they're back, though. I was going to say, if anyone can pull himself back, it's going to be Mathieu on these types of road conditions, this surface, this type of finish. This is his style right here. Crash for an Ineos rider. Is Thymen Ahrensman's down? Looks like he hit his right side extremely hard. Probably on that exact same corner. And he looks hurt. There's another rider down the road. It's a UAE rider. It's the exact same corner, guys. The exact same one. Ahrensman's on the exact same corner where Mathieu had to dab his foot down. It's super slick on the inside of the bend that they're all trying to take. It's a right-hand bend. They're all crashing there. And here it is. Thymen's down and Carlos Samudio for Solution Tech Nippo Rally. 3 at the front, 42-second gap. I'm going with Mathieu. Last 1,200 meters is a nasty sting. Yeah, the corner's deadly. It looks like there might be almost a little bit of like pavement underneath. So it's just like a slime of mud over top of that white road. It looks like it's not gravel at all there. I don't know if it's like some old road they've just kind of graveled over top of. On the edge, on the right-hand bend, right where they're all trying to cut through it. 2.5 Ks to go, guys. We're almost at 5 hours in racing today. Check out Oliver Anthony, Richmond, north of Richmond, Bluegrass County song for slick politician vibes, rage, okay? Yeah, Ahrensman down, same corner. Bike handling at a premium here. Years of training going on here. Peloton carnage. We got Wout leading the way. Chase group, they're 51 seconds down now. Yeah, that corner is horrible. Slime ball corner, we'll call it. We have Coke corner over at Strada Bianche. And we have slime ball corner here at the Tirreno-Adriatico. And I'm sure some of these roads, they might have used these roads in previous editions of Strada Bianche. Yeah, I should study the maps more, guys. I will try to get more maps up as I try to get the channel more juicified here. Dudes, love it. Love seeing all the people in the chat here right now. Wow, is there actually 57 people watching this? Are you guys insane? Dudes, I'm just kidding. Thank you for being here so much. You guys make the channel. If you're not here, I wouldn't be doing this. I'd probably be playing video games or trying to have a real life. I don't know. Isaac Del Toro is now virtually leading the GC. Let's take a look at that quickly. And, well, they're saying it's still Ghana, but he won't be. It's Del Toro. They are up the road by over 50 seconds right now. Well, now it's down to 25 seconds. Thymen Ahrensman losing massive time here. He's 2:18 behind. Remember, he was second overall as of yesterday. As of the start of today. Here's a bit more of a detailed profile view here, guys. Climbing, and it does get worse and worse the higher up we go. They're back on pavement now. They're off the gravel. So things should speed up here a little bit. Then slow down as we hit the steeper segments. Greasy Stash Corner. Dude, I like Greasy Stash Corner too. Mathieu's getting out of the saddle here, watching. Dudes, we're so close to the finish now. We're 1 kilometer to go to the finish here under the Crédit Agricole banner here at the Tirreno-Adriatico. 3 riders here, 3 bangers, 3 hitters. It is absolutely bang, bang time now. I'm ready for a massive launch by Mathieu here. I'm still going with Mathieu, even though he's got to fight 2 hill climbing stars. I'm going with Mathieu. I just think... Okay, I love him. So, there, I said it. Pellizzari's hanging in there. Get the Giro betted now. Dave's here in the beeps. 3 up. Sprint incoming from LANF 25. I mean, you got to think Matthew has the best sprint here. Just what does he have left on this climb? He didn't crash. He just dabbed really hard. His CX skills came in totally perfectly there for him, guys. He's letting Del Toro do all the work. Pellizzari's sitting in the perfect position. We got Barring Victorious chasing from behind. That'll be the Tiberi crew. Uno X is there as well. Get it on, bang a gong. 500 meters to go. Wet roads, but paved. Just riding 3 in a row. No curvy swervy yet. No one's really looking at each other. Del Toro's like, oh, 400 meters to go. When's Matthew going to make his move? When is Matthew going to make his move? So it's going to be power versus hill climbing ability here, guys. Oh, Matthew looks determined. He's gritting his teeth already. Mouth just hanging open a little bit. Through the gates into the city here at the top. Matthew's revving it up now. Under 300 meters to go now, guys. And we're on those big flagstones, if you want to call them. Cobbles. Pellizzari goes up the left-hand side, guys. Pellizzari's gone. Matthew reacts. I don't think Del Toro has it. Del Toro's gone. Really cool herringbone flagstones laid down your street. These look slipperier than crap. Matthew goes right past Pellizzari. Nice try, bro. Nice try. You're racing against MVDP. Pellizzari's trying, though. Del Toro's coming back. Here we go. It's 3 up sprint. Oh, MVDP. Isaac Del Toro, Pellizzari, not even one bike wheel length between them. What a finish. What a finish. Yeah, giant flagstones here. Not think cobbles, but like big pavers, if you want to call it. In this herringbone, Uno X rider comes through in 4th. Was that Abramson? Might have been. And Peloton coming through now. Vanderpool wins. Isaac Del Toro 2nd. Pellizzari 3rd. Yeah, Pellizzari for the Giro. Come on. Let's look at his... so next, Pellizzari is next. Dudes, he's only 22 years old. He's from San Severino Marche in Italy. Doing the Tour of Alps next in April. So, yeah, they've got him not riding tons. So he's going to be off for over a month before the Tour of the Alps. Then he'll be off for probably 2 weeks. Then he does the Giro. Wow, look at that too. They've got him off for almost 3 months. Well, okay, the Giro's a month long. He'll be off for 2 full months before the San Sebastian Classic. The Vuelta y Burgos. We did that race last year, guys. We did it. Giro dell'Emilia. Then he'll do all the fall classics. Giro dell'Emilia, Trevally Veracine, Il Lombardia. So his thing this year, he is the Giro man. Yeah, guys, bets on him. That's another thing to do. Colin needs to get in on the betting. Ooh, that was an effort for Mathieu van der Poel here. He looks fried drinking that purple cherry juice, whatever it is. Crédit Agricole team made me think of Stuart O'Grady. Absolutely. Yeah, total sketch stones right there, guys. That was the freight train to Sketchville there. You just got to know that Mathieu feels good riding on any sketchy surface. He's very powerful. He probably put out way more watts than the other two did. They're just lighter. They don't need to put out as much wattage. I actually thought Del Toro was going to come back on him. And even Pellizzari came back. Pellizzari went first up the left-hand side. Mathieu reacted, got past him. They were both coming back. I thought Del Toro was fully done, but he found some reserves and came back up and almost caught Mathieu van der Poel at the finish. Aaron, yeah, best finish of the year so far. Yeah, I'd say so. I'd say so. We had some rain. We had some gravel. Sketchville out there. We had some beautiful scenery. We are in Tuscany still. Here's the finish again. Up this herringbone, Lado Flexstone. Pellizzari goes up the left-hand side. Mathieu reacts, and it looks like Del Toro is just in the wrong gear or something. He's very slow to react. I hope this helicopter view sticks all the way. Matthew's out of the saddle. Houses are concealing now. Goes straight by Pellizzari on the right-hand side. Right-hand bend, so smart move for Mathieu there to take that bend on the inside. Pellizzari reacts, and here comes Del Toro. He is flying up the climb here. Mathieu is working so hard here. Okay, so probably from the front end of Mathieu, there was probably 1 bike length back. Mathieu crosses the finish line, quickly gets his foot down, slams on the brake, because he is one tired dude right now. So let's just go back here again. It was Tobias. Oh, Tobias Halland Johansson was 4th for Uno X. Andre Vanderame, who did well at the TT yesterday, Team Jaco Alula, 5th. Alessandro Pinarello for NSN Cycling Team in 6th place, and Giulio Ciccone for Lidl Trek in 7th. Wow, that was awesome. Great scenery. Ooh, even in the sprint at the finish with 50 meters to go, Matthew's back wheel was kicking out on him. He's sprinting so hard at the finish line there, and it's so sketchville on these flagstones. Is that the right word for them? I think so. Big pavers, you know what I'm saying? Laid down horizontally in this really cool pattern. Take a look at the scenery later, guys. Maybe I'll try to pull up on Google Maps tomorrow. What a race. It's currently 8:57 in the morning, guys. We've been going for just under 3 hours, I think. Here's the finish line. Matthew. Yeah, it's half a length to Isaac Del Toro. Julia was right there. Dave says, Colin, you have painted the picture in my mind. Thank you. Thank you. Dave, thanks for being here, dude. Like, share, tell your friends. An Emmy-worthy description. Chapeau, Aaron. Thank you so much, dude. Dude, I just mess around here every day. Hey, guys, thank you so much for being part of my channel. It means a lot to me. Keeps me motivated. Inside Cycling World will keep growing. My life right now is mostly YouTube. It's my thing every day. Real estate, we're still in the crappy spring weather. It's slowly growing, so that's property management. I got to slowly grow that. That's my entire focus right now, and the YouTube channel. So, dude, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. I'm all in. I'm full guns. I will be here every day if I can. I know I've missed days. Some days have just been bad days for me. Mentally just not feeling it. But, dude, the more I do it and the more you guys are here, I really keep pumped up. Drew saying, thank you, Colin. Thank you, Drew, for being here. Aaron saying, create a short of the last few minutes titled Sprint to Sketchville. Dude, good idea. I got to do more stuff like that. And guys, these are all ideas that you guys give me. Joey Jojo gives them to me as well. Things I need to do. But like, I walk out the door now. I'll be busy for a few hours. I come back home. I sit around in a stupor. Anyways, guys, enough going on about that. I don't want to get all freaked out here. So, dudes, I'll see you guys soon. We're back tomorrow. Look for a stream link later today. I'll try to get it all set up early so we know what we're doing. And bang, bang time. Okay, dudes, see you later.